Welcome to Red Wilson Field on a beautiful 80-degree evening here in YD. Alongside Luke Brenneman, I'm Gino Antamarino, and this is a big-time matchup on our hands. Not only are two of the top East teams, heck, two of the top teams on the Cape going at it here in just a few moments, but this is the end of a 6-game-long stretch. Easily the longest stretch of the entire summer. There's been guys that have played a ton, a lot of fatigue, you could say. But like Steve Englert and the rest of his coaching staff has said, that is part of maturing and growing as a player. You got to deal with the everyday schedule, with the grind. And so we'll see if the Mariners are up to the task today against YD, who sits first in the East, 11-5-2 their record, 7-0-2 at home. Yes, undefeated here at Red Wilson Field. The Mariners trying to give them their first blemish of the summer. Harwich sits 9-6-3 overall, second in the East, so 3 points behind YD. But the Mariners have been on a roll, Luke. They haven't lost a single game in their last 6.
Absolutely, Gino. 4 wins, no losses, 2 ties. This is the best the Mariners have looked all summer. And YD went on a 9-game winning streak, so you can't say this is the best a team has looked over a stretch for the whole summer. But no better time to match up. A beautiful Sunday night, the end of the 4th of July weekend. There's a huge crowd here tonight, and you can just tell. We talked about it in our pregame show for social media, the Trident Talk. There's a buzz in the air here. There's a little bit more to just a game in the first week of July, because I think tonight a little takeaway could be whoever wins this matchup, well, right there, I'll point you in the direction of the best team in Cape Cod.
And YD has one of the best offenses on the Cape. And so an interesting thing, you talked about the Mariners have been on a roll, their offense starting to turn a corner. The Mariners went toe-to-toe against Chatham, which was a top 3 offense in the league, and blew them out 6-1. Because of the offense for the Mariners, right, their defense can neutralize any sort of offensive threat, but it's going to come down to that offensive production. Can they get guys to step up in big moments? And yesterday, it was Maddox Maloney.
Absolutely, a 3-run homer to just blow that game open. It gave the Mariners a 5-0 lead after the 3rd inning. And we have the best pitching staff, an ERA just above 2.5 as an entire team, the best staff in the entire league. A 5-run lead heading into the middle innings, that's just a dream scenario for Steve Englert. I'm not going to say it's going to be that easy tonight. It's going to be a battle for all 8 or 9 that we play here tonight. But you do got to remember, no lights at Red Wilson Field. Could be an early exit. Huge to get off to a good start in this game.
Just moments away from opening pitch. But before we get to that, we've got the national anthem here at Red Wilson Field. So we'll step aside and be back for starting lineups for either side. Stick with us on the Mariners Radio Network.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Get ready for big results with our small machines. With more power, performance, comfort, and savings. They are ready for every job. And we're ready with plenty of inventory, the best support in the business, same-day parts availability, and locations across the Northeast. So you can always be ready to work. Milton Cat, always ready.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible.
Hey Mariners fans, whether you're at White House Field or cheering from home, gear up with some official Harwich Mariners merchandise. Order online or visit our booth behind home plate. See you soon, and roll Ners.
We welcome you back here to Red Wilson Field, the end of a 6-game stretch for all the teams here on the Cape, and what was a long tenure for the Mariners, going up against some of the stiffest competition on the Cape, and the Mariners have really hit their stride. You couldn't have asked for a better time to really find the chemistry, find the offense they've been looking for to start the summer, and they try and go up against a YD team that sits atop the East, 3 points ahead of Harwich in the standings, and a team that's got a lot of offense, some good pitching, and some good defense. So it should be a toe-to-toe matchup between these two teams, Luke.
Absolutely. And when you talk about the gauntlet of the schedule, this is the 6th day in a row, the 6th consecutive day of playing baseball. And it sounds like a lot. It is a ton compared to the college season where you just have a midweek and then a 3-game series over the weekend. But these guys are coming off the college season. Let's give them the benefit of the doubt. Gino, they're not trying to end their careers in the Cape Cod Baseball League or in the Big Ten or the SEC. They're trying to go to the major leagues. And what are you doing in the major leagues? You're playing 150-plus games per year, whether it's the minors or the bigs at 162. So, hey, yes, they've worked hard. Some of these guys in the lineup every night, but this is what it takes, and that's why they're playing in the Cape. But more importantly, the Mariners are shining over the stretch without a loss.
Well, starting off with the Mariners who are shining, this guy leading things off, the center fielder, Trey Broussard, has been shining the most. He's got the most hits on the team with 15, a 2.78 average through 14 games. That's the best on the team. He leads off the Mariners, followed by Bristol Carter in right field. Then in the hole, Maddox Maloney, the shortstop. 4-5-6 goes like this. The designated hitter, Sam Harris, followed by Aiden Robbins, the left fielder. D. Kennedy, third base. And then 7-8-9, Macon Winslow, the catcher. Kyle Wolf, first base. And Jake Coonan, second base, rounding out the order. Starting on the mound for YD is Ty Bayer, making his first start here on the Cape in his second appearance. Pitched for not even an inning, gave up 2 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned runs, as well as a walk, no strikeouts. So this is a guy, a rising sophomore out of Kennesaw State, still early in his college career, but trying to get settled on the mound, just his second appearance. But Luke, that's a tall task that Scott Pickler, the manager for YD, has thrown one of his young pitchers into the spotlight to see if he can sink or swim.
And there's 2 of them, 2 rising sophomores tonight going at it here at Red Wilson Field. But when you focus on Bayer, the starter for the Red Sox, he pitched against Falmouth. He started that game, and like you said, gave up 2 earned runs, did not record an out in the contest. So he's got his hands full with the top 3 for Harwich. Hopefully they can get to him in the same way.
As I talked about earlier, Scott Pickler in his 27th season as the manager for YD. He's got 6 Cape Cod Baseball League championships. His defense looks like this for today's matchup, starting in the outfield, moving from left to right. A.J. Soldra, Will Gasparino, and Jace Tarnish. Moving to the infield at third base, Chris Akopian, Jack Bell at short, Cody Miller second base, and Dean Carpentier over at first. Catching is Garrett Wright, and as I talked about, Ty Bayer on the mound. The right-hander deals and comes home. First pitch, Broussard shows bunt, but it misses low, so ball 1. First pitch, clocking in at 5:06, 79 degrees and sunny here at Red Wilson Field. Wind blowing from right to left if you're standing at home. As the second pitch gets shot up into the air, foul. Third base side, it tails out of play. So 1-1 the count to the center fielder for the Mariners.
Mariners have been hitting the ball hard. The center field at Red Wilson Field is way in compared to White House.
The 1-1 to Broussard. Inside at the knees, ball 2. Broussard, we talked about, a rising junior from Houston, has really started to find his groove offensively. 15 hits on the summer, the 2-1. This one's drilled down the first base line. An excellent play from Carpentier to haul it in at the face. He beats out Broussard, touches the bag for out number 1.
That was as close as they come when it comes to a foot race between the first baseman and Broussard busting it up the line. Normally a play to the pitcher there is the foot race, but a nice focus from Carpentier to not only catch it off 2 bounces right at his face and then beat the speedy Broussard to the bag.
Out comes Bristol Carter from the right side. Umpires in this game, Robert Melms at home, Carl Rodriguez over on first, Anthony Brunetti on third. First pitch to Carter in the dirt for ball one.
After Carter's big night last night, he moved from the bottom of the order all the way up to number 2. I like the stack between Broussard and Carter.
1-0. This one's drilled into deep left field. Soldier charging back at the wall. Goodbye, Bristol Carter, with a home run in the top of the first with 1 out. His first home run of the summer as he trots around third, gives a smile to the YD dugout. How you like them apples, he says.
Welcome back to the top, BC. Come on now, beast mode. I mean, that was a no-doubter off the bat to left. That's one way. Instant impact. Another Mariner just swinging a red-hot bat right now.
Last time out, which was yesterday, 2 for 4. It's the first pitch to Maloney. He bunts it down the third base line and beats out the throw. The Mariner offense keeps on rolling here at Red Wilson Field after a solo homer from Bristol Carter to make it 1-0. Maddox Maloney gets on board after that bunt down the third base side. Still 1 out, top of the first, and out comes Sam Harris, the designated hitter in the cleanup spot.
Gino, it's not only fun to call these games the way the Mariners are swinging the bats, but it's just fun to be here. Are you kidding me? Maloney with a 410-foot homer last night, and he's bunting it down the line for a hit.
First pitch to the righty. Skips in the dirt, gets away from right. And so Maloney will take his spot on second.
Did you know Bristol Carter had pop like that?
I knew he was waiting to break it out.
He's not a power guy, more of just a contact, get on, and steal bases.
Aiden Robbins from the right side. The 1-0. In the dirt. Bristol Carter, they call him beast mode on the team, showing off that strength right there. The 2-0. Breaking ball in there for strike one. So the offense continues to hum for the Mariners, who have outscored their last 2 opponents 16-3. 2-1. Another breaking ball in the zone for strike 2. This is another guy in Robbins who has really started to click. 2 for 3 yesterday with a double. The 2-2 pitch. Skips in the dirt. Nice job by Wright to keep it in front of him. Keep Maloney over there at second. Payoff pitch. Skips in the dirt, ball 4.
Now batting for Harwich, the third baseman.
So Ty Bayer, the rising sophomore we talked about, is he going to sink or swim? So far showing a little bit of struggle out there with the command. There's now runners on first and second with just 1 out in the top of the first. Mariners up 1-0 after a bomb from Bristol Carter in the 2 spot. Garrett Wright, the catcher, out from home plate to talk things over with his starting pitcher on the mound.
And that's what happens when a guy in the top of your lineup can have the power like Carter to take a starter deep in the first inning. Well, Maloney bunts for a hit. That's a unique way to get on. But then you're going up against Aiden Robbins, who's another guy who's been driving the ball for extra bases. Well, now you're scared to pick around him. You got 1 on. Next thing you know, you're already trailing in the game. And now you're warranting a mound visit with not only the catcher, but here comes the pitching coach.
Out comes Michael Stanford from YD's dugout. Trying to calm down the rising sophomore, but I mean, the Mariners just keep on rolling. You talked about Maddox Maloney with the 3-run homer last night against Chatham. Chatham, a team with some of the best pitchers on the Cape, but the Mariners scored 6.
this, when you're Harwich, first and second, you got a lead. It's the top of the first. Kennedy, one of the top RBI guys on this team. Tanner Marsh on deck, the top average guy. Keep it coming. Keep it coming.
D. Kennedy from the right side. He gets set for his first pitch. Here it comes. Low and away, ball one. D. Kennedy did not play in yesterday's game against Chatham. Played the day before that against Brewster. Went 2 for 5 with 3 RBIs and a run. He had 2 doubles in that game. The 1-0, this one's lined into left. It's down for a hit. Maloney stays put on third. There's now runners on every base with just 1 out in the top of the first.
Hit after hit after hit. And as Marsh moves down in the lineup, he finds himself with the bases juiced and 1 out in the first inning.
Here's Tanner Marsh from the right side. And out comes Scott Pickler, the general manager, for YD. He's going to come out to the mound as the entire infield collapses on Bayer. This is a huge spot for him. Bases loaded, but it's not going to be for him. His day is over. With just 1 out, YD goes to the bullpen to try and stop the bleeding. Tyler Pitzer, the new man on the mound for YD. When we come back, the Mariners off to a hot start here at Red Wilson Field. We'll be back on the Mariners Radio Network.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
If you need to dig, lift, move, grade, clear, or cut, pump, weld, clean, light, and just about anything else, dial up the rental source for the newest and the most reliable equipment in New England. Staffed with equipment and construction experts, Milton Rents, your local source.
There hasn't been a ton of training when it comes to bat speed or products for players to be able to train bat speed. You can improve your bat speed and reach your goals working 10 to 15 minutes a day on this a couple of times a week. That's a no-brainer for every player.
When you need to dig, lift, move, cut, or just about anything else, then dial up the rental source staffed with equipment and construction experts. They'll help you get the right machine for the job and make sure it's delivered when and where you need it. With locations across New England and the newest and most reliable inventory, Milton Rents is your local source.
You can make any bat feel lighter by adding a velo puck knob. Instead of having to go get a whole entirely new bat, you can simply add the puck to it. Players can use this with any bat. It's basically going to shift the weight of the bat a little bit more towards the hands. Players are able to hit the ball a lot harder just by simply adding the puck on.
The Mariners are off to a red-hot start here at Red Wilson Field. Bases loaded in the top of the first. Harwich already up 1-0 after a solo shot from Bristol Carter. Bases loaded, new man on the mound. It's Tyler Pitzer. He works against the righty Tanner Marsh. It's a righty-on-righty matchup with just 1 out as Pitzer kicks and deals. First pitch, a fastball in there for a strike. Mariners already up to 3 hits. Ty Bayer, the sophomore from Kennesaw State, started on the mound for YD. His first start of the summer in just his second appearance could not find the command. The 0-1, swing and a miss from Marsh.
Pitzer, right-hander out of South Carolina. Mariner fans know our former South Carolina pitcher, Jake McCoy.
Pitzer already off to a better start. Up 0-2 to Marsh. Bases loaded, he deals. Called strike 3. Fastball clips the bottom edge. Got Marsh looking, and so there's 2 away in the top of the first, and out comes Macon Winslow.
Gino, that's just simply unexcusable. If you're not going to offer at a single pitch and you take a center cut fastball down the middle for strike 3 with the bases loaded and 1 out, that's a situation where you're just looking to put the ball in play, and you can't put the ball in play if you don't swing the bat.
Winslow from the right side, trying to be a little bit more aggressive than Marsh. Pops him up, foul territory down the first base line. Carpentier over to make the head-high grab for out number 3. So the Mariners came out rolling. They had 3 hits in that frame as well as a walk. The homer from Bristol Carter is the lone tally, but the bases were loaded, left them stranded. A nice job from Tyler Pitzer to come in, relieve Ty Bayer, and record back-to-back outs for his YD squad. All right, after a hectic start in this one, we head to the bottom of the first. We'll see if the Mariners defense can have a little bit better of a time than YD's defense to start this game. We'll be back on the Mariners Radio Network.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Get ready for big results with our small machines. With more power, performance, comfort, and savings, they're ready for every job. And we're ready with plenty of inventory, the best support in the business, same-day parts availability, and locations across the Northeast. So you can always be ready to work. Milton Cat, always ready.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it.
Welcome back to Red Wilson Field. A beautiful evening as it's 79 degrees and sunny, and the heat really getting to the offense. Not in a bad way, but the offense for the Mariners has come out red hot in this one. A solo homer from Bristol Carter in the top of the first. The bases were loaded. YD goes to their bullpen, relieves their starter Ty Bayer. Tyler Pitzer comes out and throws a strikeout as well as an easy flyout in foul territory. So the Mariners leave the bases juiced, but still up 1-0. YD trying to retaliate here. This is Cody Miller leading things off from the right side. Troy Dressler, the right-handed pitcher, deals home. First pitch sails up high for ball 1. The Red Sox order looks like this. Miller, the second baseman, followed by Nolan Traeger, the designated hitter. Chris Akopian, the third baseman, the 1-0. Called strike 1 on the lower edge. 4-5-6, left fielder A.J. Soldra. Will Gasparino, the center fielder. Jace Tarnish, the right fielder. 7-8-9, Garrett Wright, the catcher. Dean Carpentier, the eighth hitter. And Jack Bell, the shortstop, as the 1-1 is poked up into the air down the first base line. Kyle Wolf hauling. He gets called off by the third baseman, Kennedy, who makes the head-high grab for out 1.
The sun is in full effect today, you can tell. Guys are losing the ball right off the bat, and when they do that, they have a way of kind of throwing their hands up, trying to signal to the rest of their teammates that they don't know where it is. Wolf didn't have it originally, but when he picked it up, he was racing down the first base line. Kennedy, a good teammate, had it the whole way, called him off, and made the play.
Here is Nolan Traeger. The left-handed hitter digs in for his first offering. Just misses inside for ball one. The defense for the Mariners, Aiden Robbins in left, Trey Broussard in center, Bristol Carter in right. He's got the solo homer so far today. The 1-0. Called strike one. Moving to the infield, D. Kennedy over on third. Maddox Maloney, the shortstop, had the home run yesterday against Chatham. Jake Coonan over on second. Didn't play yesterday, back in the lineup today. Kyle Wolf over on first with Macon Winslow, the catcher. 1-1, skips in the dirt, and rather it hits him. Traeger took it off the shin, and so he takes his spot on first after dishing some of his equipment over to the YD dugout. And so with one out, there's a base runner in the bottom of the first.
Control is the name of the game when you're looking at the stuff of Troy Dressler. When he's in command, when he's throwing strikes, he's got some of the best stuff on this team. When he's giving free passes, whether it's walks, hit by pitches, he struggles.
Here's the righty Chris Akopian. Strike one, fastball, inner edge. Dressler, a rising sophomore at Wake Forest. In his third appearance this summer, his second start, has gone for a total of 4 1/3 innings as he comes home. Just a little inside, first ball of the count. Dressler has given up 4 hits as well as 3 earned runs with 5 walks and 4 strikeouts. The righty peers back at first over to Traeger, who he just plunked in the shin. Now comes home with the 1-1. Check swing, appealed to the third base umpire Anthony Brunetti, says he went around. So 1-2 is the count to Akopian. Dressler in search of his first strikeout of the day. Readies the glove at the belt. Comes home. In the dirt, gets away from Winslow, but he keeps it in front of him. He bobbles it a little bit down the first base line, but he sprung up to make sure he was on top of it in case Traeger took off for second.
Gino, when you mentioned Dressler's numbers and those earned runs, they all came in an inning and a third against Wareham the first week of the season. He walked 3, only struck out 1, gave up 4 hits, those 3 earned, but he bounced back on Sunday night with scoreless and hitless baseball in Bourne.
The 2-2. This one's blasted into right. Carter on his horse, over to the line, makes the catch. Bristol Carter. Mr. Beast Mode himself having a fantastic start to this one. The home run and then the acrobatic catch down the line. Lost his hat, his sunglasses. It doesn't matter. Still made the play. There's 2 away with a base runner, and out comes A.J. Soldra.
And that's part of the reason that the Mariners have the lowest ERA in the Cape. Their defense is just exceptional. The jump that Bristol Carter got on that ball is just a movement that not all outfielders can do. Read it right off the bat, concentrated, and made the play look routine.
That speed is one of the reasons why he leads the Mariners in stolen bags. A liner into right. This one's down. No shot for Carter to get on top of that. He whips it to second, but in there standing is Nolan Traeger. So runners on first and second with 2 outs. Soldra with the single to right.
How good is A.J. Soldra?
One of the top hitters on the team as well as the Cape. Coming into today, a 3.33 average. That's the best on the team.
Just put his OPS over 1,000 with that hit.
Here is Will Gasparino from the right side. Strike one.
Gasparino has a similar look to Mariners' Sam Harris. Tall, lengthy.
Gasparino 6'6", 225. Harris 6'5". Right around 225. The 0-1. Line to short. Maloney crouches down and scoops it up. Didn't hit the ground, so a line out for Maloney. A nice job to drop down and haul it in at the feet. So 2 stranded in the bottom of the first. The Mariners still on top 1-0. We head to the top of the second. We'll be back on the Mariners Radio Network.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
If you need to dig, lift, move, grade, clear, or cut, pump, weld, clean, light, and just about anything else, dial up the rental source for the newest and the most reliable equipment in New England. Staffed with equipment and construction experts, Milton Rents, your local source.
There hasn't been a ton of training when it comes to bat speed or products for players to be able to train bat speed. You can improve your bat speed and reach your goals working 10 to 15 minutes a day on this a couple of times a week. That's a no-brainer for every player.
(8-9-1) due up for the Mariners to start the top of the second. We welcome you back to Red Wilson Field. With Luke Brenneman, I'm Gino Antamarino. A beautiful 80-degree day here on Cape Cod. The wind blowing from right to left if you're standing at home, but not so much a gust of wind, more of just a breeze.
I don't know, Gino. Thinking about that Carter home run, didn't it look like it carried quite a bit?
It did carry a little bit. Carter scored the solo shot in the top of the first. Kyle Wolf trying to add to that lead. He digs in from the right side. First pitch popped up into the stands.
I mean, regardless, there's no doubt that the wind is in favor of the hitters tonight.
Tyler Pitzer on the mound for YD. Relieved Ty Bayer, who started things off. Recorded just one out. The 0-1. Hits the upper edge for strike two. Bayer gave up 3 hits, 1 earned run, but loaded the bases, as well as gave up a walk. Pitzer in his third batter face today. Kicks and deals the 0-2. Bounced foul, third base side. So Wolf stays alive. Pitzer already a strikeout today. Tanner Marsh was the victim of that punch out.
You hate to say a disappointing first inning, but you have the bases loaded with 1 out. You're already coming off a home run from Bristol Carter. You would like to see a crooked number up there on the scoreboard, and you're only up by 1 right now if you're Harwich.
The 0-2 pitch. High. But you're absolutely right, Luke. It's one of those things that, you know, if you are in that situation against the top team in the East, you got to strike when the iron's hot. And the Mariners were hot, but only just a run to show for it. The 1-2 to Wolf. Popped up to right field. Tarnish in. Makes the grab for out 1.
And you got to give a lot of credit to Tyler Pitzer.
Absolutely.
You're not expecting as a reliever, sure, they know the days that they have a good chance to pitch, especially in this league. It's kind of a rotation every 4 or 5, sometimes 3 days. You're ready to go. Maybe in the second inning. Hopefully the third if your starter's off to a good start. Not with 1 out and the bases loaded in the top of the first. He came in, struck out Marsh, and then got Winslow to pop out in the infield.
Pitzer comes home on the righty Jake Coonan. A swing and a miss for strike 1. Pitzer 6'2", 205 pounds from South Carolina. In his 4th appearance on the mound for YD this summer, a 1.23 ERA. The 0-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
Remember, Gino, 2 long-time skippers going at it tonight, Pickler and Englert.
Pickler in his 27th season, Englert in his 21st. Pickler with 6 CCBL championships, Englert with 3. The 0-2. Just outside, first ball of the count. Trey Broussard on deck as the order turns over. Bristol Carter in the hole if we get there. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So quickly 2 away in the top of the second punch out for Pitzer. And we continue to talk about Pitzer's performance. You come in with the bases loaded with 1 out after giving up the first run of the day. That's a lot of pressure. And he comes in and doesn't even feel it, which we expected. All these guys,
guy.
right, all these guys know how to work with it. As he comes home to the lefty Broussard, who flares this one foul.
It's just a tough spot, pressure or not. The first inning, you're cold, trying to settle into the game. I'd be lying if I told you after talking to these bullpen guys, they're not having a good time. They're totally talking to each other down there in the bullpen, down the left field line, hanging out, settling in. And when the time comes, you got to be ready to pitch, but he didn't think that early.
He's done that. The 0-1. Broussard pops this foul behind home plate and into the stands. So he's down 0-2 in the count. Third straight time that Pitzer has worked a batter to 2 strikes. He deals home. This is outside, gets away from right and hits the backstop. That was the thud you heard. Broussard grounded out in his first plate appearance. It was a hard ground ball down the first base line, though. The 1-2, another bouncer foul, though, down the first base line. But Broussard has been hot as of recently. Most hits on the team with 15. Second best average, 2.78. Went 1 for 5 yesterday with a run, 2 stolen bags as well. 1-2 pitch. Low and inside, ball 2.
You can just tell from Broussard's approach, compared to where we saw him at the start of the season, he's just seeing the ball a lot earlier out of the hand of the opposing pitcher.
We watched him take reps in BP, and he was lacing these into the outfield, even over the walls. The 2-2 line to second off the first hop. Miller's there to haul it in at the ankles. He sidearms to first for out 3. So 3 up, 3 down in the top of the second. Mariners up 1-0. We'll be back on the Mariners Radio Network.
When you need to dig, lift, move, cut, or just about anything else, then dial up the Rental Source staffed with equipment and construction experts. They'll help you get the right machine for the job and make sure it's delivered when and where you need it. With locations across New England and the newest and most reliable inventory, Milton Rents is your local source.
You can make any bat feel lighter by adding a velo puck knob. Instead of having to go get a whole entirely new bat, you can simply add the puck to it. Players can use this with any bat. It's basically going to shift the weight of the bat a little bit more towards the hands. Players are able to hit the ball a lot harder just by simply adding the puck on.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible.
Home half of the second about to be underway here from Red Wilson Field with Luke Brenneman. I'm Gino Antamarino. 6, 7, 8 due up for the Red Sox. Jace Tarnish leading things off, the right fielder. Garrett Wright, the catcher, on deck. Dean Carpentier, the first baseman, he's in the hole. Troy Dressler on the mound for the Mariners in his second inning of work. In the first frame, gave up 1 hit, as well as gave up a free bag to Traeger as he hit him with a pitch. The first pitch to Tarnish, a fly ball to right. Carter's there to haul it in at the waist as he flipped the palm over as he records out number 1.
Dressler has the velocity. He has the stuff. So if he can pound that fastball in on the right-handed hitters like he just did to Tarnish, Perfect example, a jam shot a little bit late and a weak fly ball to right. That's when he's at his best. I've liked the start tonight for Troy.
Troy looking to keep up the momentum to the righty right. He skies the first pitch, foul, and out of play. Right, a rising junior from Tennessee. Transferred there from Bowling Green. The 0-1. In the dirt and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Right, going away from Bowling Green, his home state of Ohio. The 1-1. Popped up again, first base line, and over in the bleachers. A nice catch from a fan here in attendance.
Show off.
Without the glove, too, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, well done. He has a little baby with him. Hope that kid remembers his dad making a nice play.
The 1-2. Another foul ball. Same spot, but this one had a little bit more carry to it.
That guy was nonchalant about it. Made the catch,
You have
everybody
to be, right?
clapping.
You got to act like you've been there before.
Maybe like when a golfer makes a putt, they throw their hand up to say
thank you, yeah.
He didn't do anything.
Or hold the ball up like, look, I got it, you know. The 1-2. At the dirt.
If you caught a ball at a pro sporting event, what would you do? Like, you'd be on the Jumbotron.
Well, first of all, I'm sure there would be a lot of kids asking me for it. I would say no to everyone, and I would take it and run away. The 2-2 fouled straight back. And so Wright stays alive with a 2-2 count. 1 out in the bottom of the second. But yeah, I mean, that's how you get those souvenir balls, right? Because if you stay there long enough, people are gonna think, oh, this guy, you know, he's a little bit of a tool, not giving a ball to a kid.
I don't know if that's the right word, but you're certainly not a great person.
2-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. And so there's 2 away. First strikeout for Dressler. And here comes Dean Carpentier. Why do you say that, Luke?
I mean, if you catch a ball.
Because I don't want to give a ball to a fan?
Sure. I mean, home run ball, if you catch Aaron Judge's record-breaking ball, I'd shove that thing in my back pocket and hire security.
First pitch to the righty is fouled straight back.
But we went to the Reds versus the Red Sox the other night, last Monday. Feels like it was our last off day forever ago. And if I caught a ball at that game and there's some youngsters around me, heck yeah, I'm handing it to the kid.
The 0-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
And while I'm at it, I'm going to make sure everybody around me knows that I'm handing it to the kid.
Okay,
yes,
so
you see me.
that doesn't
yes,
make you
thank
any better of a person if you're just doing it for the publicity.
Well, the kid got the ball, and he's going home with a smile, instead of Gino having the ball and putting it under his pillow at 22.
The 0-2. This one skied to dead center. Broussard now takes a few steps in after initially taking a few steps back. He records the 3rd out of the frame. 3 up, 3 down in the bottom of the second. Mariners still on top 1-0 here from Red Wilson Field. We'll be back on the Mariners Radio Network.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Get ready for big results with our small machines. With more power, performance, comfort, and savings, they're ready for every job. And we're ready with plenty of inventory, the best support in the business, same-day parts availability, and locations across the Northeast. So you can always be ready to work. Milton Cat, always ready.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible.
Welcome back to Red Wilson Field in Yarmouth, Dennis. Our first time here this summer outside of the preseason scrimmage that my partner Gino Antamarino and I went to. I'm Luke Brenneman. Thanks for joining us on the Mariners Radio Network. Time for the top of the third. Harwich with a 1-0 lead over the Red Sox. Due up, Bristol Carter, Maddox Maloney, and Aiden Robbins. Staying on the mound, Tyler Pitzer. Carter back in for a righty-righty matchup. He took the starter Bayer deep in the first inning. That's why it's 1-0. First pitch, a check swing. Strike down the middle, 0-1. Gino, we talked about after Carter's home run, we didn't really know he had that kind of pop, but a moonshot to left center.
Just waiting to break it out.
0-1, upstairs, 1-1. At school, just 2 homers at Auburn, drove in 13. But the numbers consistent to what they are in the Cape. Stole a ton of bases, got on base. More importantly, his game playing excellent defense. 1-1. Popped him up towards foul territory. The catcher, Garrett Wright, makes the play. Out number 1.
Now batting for Harwich, the shortstop from the University of
1 down, nobody on. Top of the third, Maddox Maloney, the batter. Maloney had a 3-run, 400-foot homer in the 6-1 win over the Chatham A's last night. And guess how he started his first plate appearance hitting third tonight? A bunt hit down the third base line, and I don't know if I've seen many better.
Got to keep them on their toes.
First pitch, a strike atop the zone, 0-1. Tyler Pitzer has been locating. He's yet to give up a hit. Remember, the starter Ty Bayer just recorded 1 out and was pulled after 3 hits and 1 earned run. The 0-1, driven down the left field line, foul. After talking to some guys in batting practice on the Mariners, Bristol Carter, the man with a home run tonight, even said, I don't know if I've ever seen a more consistent swing than Maddox Maloney. Just the same motion every time, so fundamental and rooted in power. 0-2 the count, 1 down, nobody on in the third. Pitzer gets set. Shakes off the first signal. He likes this one. A deep breath, winds, and fires. Up and in, 1-2.
Yeah, Maloney, after missing the last couple of games before yesterday, comes in immediately, makes an impact. Looked like he didn't miss a beat at all. Made several nice plays over at third.
1-2, popped up towards short. Jack Bell, the shortstop, drifts back, called off by A.J. Soldra coming in from left. He makes the play, 2 up, 2 down in the top of the third. So Tyler Pitzer continues to just retire Mariners. Left the bases loaded in the first inning, a 1-2-3 inning in the second, and now 2 up, 2 down in the top of the third. The batter for the second time today, Aiden Robbins. He walked his first time up. Still a hot night at Red Wilson Field, the wind blowing out towards center. First pitch to Robbins, driven down the right field line. Back is Jace Tarnish at the line, diving, he can't get there. The ball hits up against the line, Aiden Robbins stops at second. A 2-out stand-up double for the Mariners cleanup man, and a runner in scoring position for D. Kennedy.
Aiden Robbins, he just looks so smooth. That's his 4th extra base hit this summer, his 3rd double. He's also had that home run against Falmouth not too long ago. This is a guy that has really found his groove. And I talked to him after the Brewster game a couple of days ago, and that was his big kind of figuring it out game. And since then, he has really looked comfortable.
Runner on scoring position for D. Kennedy. Takes a fastball outside, 1-0. D singled in his first plate appearance, but was stranded in the first. Runner in scoring position. There was quickly 2 out on weak fly balls to start the third, but a laser the other way from Aiden Robbins. A chance for the Mariners to tack on. They're up 1-0. 1-0 pitch. Downstairs, 2 balls and no strikes.
I like this order a lot for the Mariners because obviously you have Broussard as leadoff man. He's done that for quite some time. But then you've got some power hitters sprinkled throughout the lineup.
2-0 is low, 3 balls and no strikes.
But then you mix in some guys that get on, right? You got Tanner Marsh in the 6th spot. This is a guy still waiting for his first extra base hit this summer, but a guy that's got the best on-base percentage on the team.
3-0 count to the Mariner RBI leader, D. Kennedy. The pitch is high. First base was open. D takes it on 4 pitches. So with 2 outs, runners on first and second. Tanner Marsh, the batter. Tanner Marsh came up, and it was the first batter that Tyler Pitzer, the right-hander out there for the Red Sox, saw. Bases loaded, 1 out, and he struck out Marsh on 3 pitches.
Yeah, it just looked like Marsh never really liked to pitch. Obviously, that's why he didn't swing at any of them, but he's got to be ready to hit here.
A chance to bounce back. Runners on first and second, 2 down. First pitch in the dirt. It gets away from Garrett Wright. Both runners move over a bag with ease. So now 2 in scoring positions, second and third with 2 outs. The Mariners struck first on a Bristol Carter solo shot as the second batter of the ball game. Score has stayed the same, 1-0. 2 out, 2 on, 1-0 to Marsh. The pitch, fouled straight back. The count's even. Talked about Marsh's start in his first 5 games as a Mariner. 8 for 19 at the plate. A contact hitter, doesn't blow you away with the slug. A lot of singles, can draw a couple walks. A knock here could score 2. The 1-1. That's low. 2 balls and 1 strike. The Mariners back in their road baby blue uniforms, one of the best looks in the entire Cape. The host, YD Red Sox, and a nice little red, white, and blue. White is the primary the whole way. Those are nice unis. The 2-1. Fouled back, 2-2. 4th of July weekend coming to a close, and we haven't seen better weekend weather, maybe even a 3-day stretch, than the last few nights.
It's really been beautiful. That's why everybody's coming out. Everybody's come out to the field in support.
2-2. Runners on second and third. Marsh the batter. 2 down. Tyler Pitzer gets set. Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss. Got him on strikes for the second time tonight. 2 stranded in the third. Pitzer stays hot on the rubber. The Mariners hold on to a 1-run lead. We head to the bottom of the third on Cape League TV.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
If you need to dig, lift, move, grade, clear, or cut, pump, weld, clean, light, and just about anything else, dial up the rental source for the newest and the most reliable equipment in New England. Staffed with equipment and construction experts, Milton Rents, your local source.
There hasn't been a ton of training when it comes to bat speed or products for players to be able to train bat speed. You can improve your bat speed and reach your goals working 10 to 15 minutes a day on this a couple of times a week. That's a no-brainer for every player.
Bottom of the third in Yarmouth, Dennis. The Mariners here for the first time this summer at Red Wilson Field. A date with the best in the Cape. The YD Red Sox, the first team to 11 wins. They're 11-5-2, number 1 in the East Division. Alongside Gino Antamarino, I'm Luke Brenneman. It's a 1-0 ball game. The Mariners lead the Red Sox. 9-1-2 due up for YD, starting with the shortstop, Jack Bell. The starter Dressler kicks and fires. Too high with the fastball, 1-0. Gino, what have you thought about Dressler's start tonight so far? 2 scoreless innings.
He's done a really nice job. Rising sophomore, so a lot of inexperience, but he's looked strong.
1-0, swing and a miss. The count's even 1-1. You can already see the difference in Dressler's stuff. When he walked 3, gave up 3 earned his first time out this summer against Wareham, every time he would throw a strike, he'd pair it with 2 balls, just picking around the zone too much. And now he's attacking hitters. 1-1, fouled up over the Red Sox dugout, 1-2. And in situations like this, first pitch ball, bounce back with back-to-back strikes, in full control of this at-bat.
Yeah, not just 1 strikeout so far today, but the theme for a lot of the Mariners pitchers is just throw to contact.
1-2, got him swinging with some really high stuff. The fastball came in around the eyes of Jack Bell, but it warranted a strike 3 swing. And there it is, the second strikeout of the night for Troy Dressler.
I say throw to contact, but you'll take the strikeouts as well. But the Mariners have, in my opinion, the best defense on the Cape. So trusting in your guys to make plays, you don't have to pick around the zone.
Lineup turns over. Cody Miller, the batter. First pitch, up and in, ball 1. Miller popped out to the third baseman, D. Kennedy. That ball landed about 2 feet in front of home plate. 1 down, nobody on. The Mariners lead by 1. 1-0 pitch. In the zone, 1-1.
That wind really starting to pull towards left field.
1-1 pitch. Back-to-back strikes down the heart of the plate. Dressler gets ahead of Cody Miller, 1-2. You talked about the Mariners' defense. Jake Coonan at second base today. We haven't seen him there in a while. The first week, he got a couple of starts in the infield. Back there tonight. 2-strike pitch popped up over our heads. Foul.
Yeah, Coonan more of an outfield guy, but I mean, when you got Carter, Broussard, and Robbins out there, it's tough to knock one of those guys out. Not saying that Coonan can't do it, but if you can have those 3 guys out there and put him at second, do that.
1-2, laser into center. It falls. A 1-out hit for the leadoff man in the Red Sox lineup. Cody Miller takes first base. That's just the second hit tonight for the Red Sox.
I was just going to say that. Mariners have done a nice job at protecting leads throughout this summer, even if it's a 1-run lead or if it's a 5-run lead. They get in command or in control, and they protect.
1 on, 1 out. Cody Miller at first, Nolan Traeger, the batter. He was hit by a pitch in the first inning. Dressler kicks and fires. Pitch low, throw down to second, but the runner wasn't going. Cody Miller faked out the Mariner catcher Macon Winslow, but it's all right. It's not like you lose a ball or lose a run for throwing down to second.
Yeah, but you get a lot of hooting, hollering from the Red Sox dugout over there, getting in Winslow's ear.
Well, tell him to hoot and holler about the 1-run Mariner lead right now. The 1-0 pitch popped up. Center field. Coming in, Trey Broussard. He camps underneath the high one, and out number 2.
Now batting for YD, the third baseman from Texas A&M.
That brings up Chris Hakopian. The Maryland Terrapin has now transferred to Texas A&M. So another one of those guys who raked at his former school. He was inside the Big Ten and decides to take his talents to the SEC. 1 on, 2 out. The Mariners lead by 1 in the bottom of the third. Dressler working from the stretch. Looks at the runner at first and now throws over to first. No play. Hakopian, no easy out. Hitting third in the lineup tonight. A top hitter, 12 hits, is the third most on his team, has 2 extra base hits, including a home run. Dressler kicks and deals. Pitch in the dirt, a nice block from Winslow, keeps it in front, 1-0.
I will say the one thing about this Red Sox team, you can never feel too comfortable because this is a team that doesn't have the top hitting numbers on the Cape, but they've got some of the top runs, meaning they hit for power, and that's how they are winning games. They're scoring all of their runs.
1-0. Down the middle, strike 1 looking. So the count goes to 1-1. Hakopian's second team all Big Ten. this school year at Maryland, led the Terrapins with a .375 batting average. He played with his brother Eddie. And now that Eddie's gone, Chris is going to A&M. 1-1, runner goes, throw down to second, not in time. Winslow was late on the throw, kind of lost his footing, but still fired down on an accurate throw to Kunin covering. Just no play on Cody Miller. So Miller takes second base, a runner in scoring position for the Red Sox. They trail by 1 with 2 down in the third.
Yeah, it was a nice throw from Winslow. Just kind of double clutched it, and that gave Miller just enough time to reach safely. But it was a nice throw. It was accurate, right on the base path, which is what you want.
Dressler set, the 2-1. Driven towards right, a flare down the line, it's fair. That'll score Miller with ease. Hakopian settles for a single, and this game is tied in the bottom of the third. Chris Hakopian delivers the goods with 2 outs.
Now batting for YD, the left fielder from Yukon, number 28, AJ.
Got to think, Gino, that's just an unfortunate break for Troy Dressler. On a right-handed hitter, he jams him on a fastball at the knees, and he just barely pushes it the other way. Obviously, respect the muscle of Hakopian.
Right.
But something he wasn't trying to do.
I was just going to say, you got to respect the strength and the skill of Hakopian as a batter to make something out of that.
First pitch to the cleanup man, A.J. Soldier, a hefty swing and a miss, strike 1. Soldier singled to right in his first plate appearance. Runner at first, 2 down, all square at 1 apiece in the bottom of the third. Dressler ahead 0-1. Kicks and deals. Bouncing ball towards short. Maloney coming across his body with the throw on time, on target, out number 3. Maddox Maloney was shaded towards the second base bag, respecting Hakopian potentially running from first. Had to go away from the glove side, but made the play to beat Soldier at first. So after 1 run for the Red Sox, this game is tied at 1 apiece. We head to inning number 4 on the Mariners Radio Network.
When you need to dig, lift, move, cut, or just about anything else, then dial up the Rental Source staff with equipment and construction experts. They'll help you get the right machine for the job and make sure it's delivered when and where you need it. With locations across New England and the newest and most reliable inventory, Milton Rents is your local source.
You can make any bat feel lighter by adding a velo puck knob. Instead of having to go get a whole entirely new bat, you can simply add the puck to it. Players can use this with any bat. It's basically going to shift the weight of the bat a little bit more towards the hands. Players are able to hit the ball a lot harder just by simply adding the puck on.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible.
We're off and running here in YD. Welcome in on the Mariners Radio Network, a 1-1 game between the Red Sox and the Mariners. Alongside Gino Antamarino, I'm Luke Brenneman. Our first time this summer at Red Wilson Field. What a spot this is. The host of the 2025 Cape League All-Star Game coming up in a couple weeks from now. Got to think a few Mariners will be playing in that one. Leading off to start the 4th inning, Macon Winslow. He popped up to the first baseman his first plate appearance. Right-hander Tyler Pitzer stays on the rubber. He's going for his 3rd straight scoreless inning. First pitch. Caught a piece of Winslow's elbow. So 1 pitch and a leadoff base runner for Harwich. Winslow looks to be okay.
You'll take that. But going back to Red Wilson Field, it's a beautiful spot. So many fans here in attendance. But the one thing I do love, Luke, not a lot of bugs. You'd be surprised at how many places we go. There's just so many gnats that are thirsty for blood.
The woods partially line the outfield. It opens up more towards left with just an open grass field. Center field extremely short here, just around 355 feet. First pitch swinging, Kyle Wolf, a laser to left. A.J. Soldier has a beat on it and makes the play for out number 1. Soldier was well positioned there, was playing a little bit back, ready for the pole hitting Kyle Wolf. And Wolf roped that one right at him for the first out of the 4th. So Winslow at first after he was hit by a pitch. Kyle Wolf lines out. And the final man in the Mariners lineup, Jake Kunin. He digs in for his second plate appearance of the night. Top of the 4th, 1 on, 1 out. A 1-1 game in YD. First pitch to Kunin. Popped up foul, 0-1.
You know what else I love about this place? I've been waiting to try the donut burger.
Well, how can you love it if you haven't tried it?
I mean, it just sounds, it's one of those things that you don't even have to try. You just know it's going to be
You got to break
incredible.
down what is the donut burger for our audience. Pitzer gets
Is
set
that not self-explanatory?
for the 0-1. A ball off the plate, away. 1 ball and 1 strike to Kunin.
It is an artery-closing, heart attack-causing, delicious burger of meat and donuts and bacon.
I hear there's some cheese in there.
Oh, my gosh.
1-1. Swing and a miss. Kunin behind 1-2. Pitzer, his stuff is dialed in right now. Was able to strand the bases loaded after coming in for the starter Bayer in the first. Got 2 outs with the bases juiced. Didn't give up a run. A 1-2-3 second. Stranded 2 in the third. 1-2 the count to Kunin. The pitch. Chopped foul. He'll see another. But back to the donut burger. So it's 2, is it glazed donuts?
You can either have the regular, which is 2 glaze, or you can get the Boston cream.
Oh, boy. And a ground beef burger patty.
Ground beef burger with bacon.
A slap of cheese.
Some cheese in there.
2-strike pitch. Off the plate, 2-2.
We might try that later. We'll give it a review.
We might. We are.
Possibly. I heard it's pretty expensive, though.
Okay, I'll pay for this one.
I'm just saying, you know,
We'll share it.
maybe we'll say we work with YD. We'll maybe cover up the Mariner logo so we can get a little bit of a discount going.
Runner on first, 1 out. 2-2 pitch. Driven towards right center field. Coming in is Tarnish, diving, and he made the play. Jace Tarnish came sprinting in from right field, laid out head first. And that's the second out of the inning.
I mean, Tarnish hit the ground harder than I'm about to after taking a bite of that donut burger. Might have to send me to the hospital. But, yeah, an excellent play from Tarnish. Just sprinting, losing the hat, the sunglasses, laying the body out, and making a fantastic grab.
You can quickly tell with now 2 outs in the top of the first, a 1-1 game. This just has the feel of a big-time matchup.
Absolutely.
2 of the better teams in the Cape, arguably the 2 best teams in the Cape. YD with the best record, the Mariners 1 spot behind him. First pitch to Trey Broussard as the lineup turns over. An off-speed pitch low, 1-0. But as the 4th of July wraps up, plenty of people still in town, an unbelievable night. I mean, there's thousands of people here at Red Wilson Field. Some Sunday night baseball, 75 degrees, not a cloud in the sky. 1-0 Broussard, cracked foul down the left field line.
3,500 in attendance yesterday at White House.
Crowd of the summer so far.
Yeah. If you were a Mariner fan, then you were in for a treat. Nice win yesterday against the A's.
A 6-1 win against the Chatham Anglers. But now we're here at Red Wilson Field. 1-1 Broussard, ground ball right side, right at the second baseman Miller. Flips to first. Just barely beats Broussard. He grinds, trying to beat out those ground outs. But that's the 3rd out of the inning. The Mariners strand a leadoff base runner, Macon Winslow. We head to the home half, 1-1 on the Mariners Radio Network.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Get ready for big results with our small machines. With more power, performance, comfort, and savings, they are ready for every job. And we're ready with plenty of inventory, the best support in the business, same-day parts availability, and locations across the Northeast. So you can always be ready to work. Milton Cat, always ready.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible.
Bottom of the fourth in Yarmouth Dennis, commonly known as YD. Here on the Cape, the YD Red Sox in a tight one, 1-1 the score against the Harwich Mariners. We welcome you in to the Mariners Radio Network. Alongside Gino Antamarino, I'm Luke Brenneman. The Harwich starter Troy Dressler out there for his fourth inning of action. He'll be dealing with 5, 6, and 7. To start, Will Gasparino from the right side. First pitch swinging, popped him up. The third baseman D. Kennedy drifts into foul territory and makes the easy grab for out number 1. That's one way to extend your outing, Gino. 1 pitch, 1 out, weak contact.
Yeah, Troy Dressler has looked really solid through 4 innings, trying to keep it up.
So Troy Dressler, his uncle just came over to us and shared an unbelievable story. His nickname, first pitch to Tarnish, fouled off, 0-1, is Yort. Now you think, what does Troy and Yort, where is that coming from? Does it mean something? Well, it's because Troy spelled backwards is Yort. So you think, what does that matter? The 0-1, fouled straight back, 0-2. Well, when he was first learning to write his name, he would spell it backwards. And forever, to at least his family and his uncle here in attendance in Cape Cod, it is Yort Dressler.
There you go.
0-2 pitch, up high, 1-2.
That's so funny. That's what family's for, right? To tease you when you weren't even able to process a thought.
2-strike pitch to Tarnish. Ground ball left side. Kennedy moving to the glove side, throws across the diamond in time. Out number 2. 2 up, 2 down to start the bottom of the fourth. Dressler dealing in YD. 2 outs, nobody on. The catcher Garrett Wright will dig in for the second time tonight. But Dressler has looked solid. We talked about hitless baseball in Bourne. He had a rough first outing against Wareham in just the early weeks of the season. But, Gino, we travel with this team. The guys are all starting to mesh. They all get along. It just wasn't the same feel back then.
No.
First pitch, up and in, ball 1. And Dressler's one of those guys, you can always see him chatting as a teammate Matt Conti on the team. Mariner catcher who's a Wake Forest guy. Off today, Winslow behind the dish, 1-0. Strike at the bottom of the plate, 1-1.
The thing about Dressler that he does so well is he deals with command. He doesn't play around the strike zone.
1-1 pitch, ground ball, softly hit. Kennedy coming in from third, another fantastic play on the move. A 1-2-3 fourth, the game stays tied. We'll be back for inning number 5 on the Mariners Radio Network.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
If you need to dig, lift, move, grade, clear, or cut, pump, weld, clean, light, and just about anything else. Dial up the rental source for the newest and the most reliable equipment in New England. Staffed with equipment and construction experts. Milton Rents, your local source.
There hasn't been a ton of training when it comes to bat speed or products for players to be able to train bat speed. You can improve your bat speed and reach your goals working 10 to 15 minutes a day on this a couple of times a week. That's a no-brainer for every player.
Welcome back to Red Wilson Field. Top of the fifth we go. 2-3-4, 2 up for the Mariners. Leading things off is the right fielder Bristol Carter. On deck is Maddox Maloney, the shortstop. And in the hole is Aiden Robbins, the DH. Alongside Luke Brenneman, I'm Gino Antamarino. A beautiful day here in Yarmouth, Dennis. 78 degrees. The wind coming and going, but when it's here, it's blowing from right to left, pushing out into left field. But a nice day here as tons of fans, as we expected, just packing in and experiencing the two top teams in the East going at it. YD 3 points ahead of Harwich in the standings. Tie ball game, 1 apiece. As Pitzer comes home, his first pitch just misses outside for ball 1. Tyler Pitzer relieved Bayer in the first, after Bayer recorded just 1 out, but since then Pitzer has been quite solid. The 1-0, breaking ball low for ball 2. Pitzer has given up since then just 1 hit. He's up to 3 strikeouts on the day as well. Takes a deep breath from the rubber. The right-hander comes home against the righty Carter. Misses outside. Ball 3.
If Carter can walk to start the fifth in a 3-ball count right now, that is good news for the Mariners with his speed.
Carter already a home run today. That was the lone tally for the Mariners. The 3-0. Called strike 1. Carter leaned back. Thought it was going to come close to him. Thought it was a ball. But home plate umpire Robert Melms thought differently. 3-1. Back-to-back strikes. That's the command we were talking about with Pitzer. Working back in this count. Gives the nod. Comes home the payoff pitch. A hard bouncer to short. Bell off the third hop. Throws to first in time for out number 1.
Now batting for Harwich, the shortstop at the University of Oregon, number 39.
So there you go. After giving up 3 balls, Pitzer back-to-back strikes, and then a ground out to Bell. That's why YD has some of the best pitchers on the Cape. Trying to continue that momentum against Maddox Maloney, who has singled and flown out so far today. His first pitch from the right side, swing and a miss, strike 1.
You know, Maddox Maloney is off to a nice summer here as a Mariner. He's hitting for power, he's hitting for average, but I think there's still more to come from this guy.
0-1, swing and a miss.
He's just so disciplined, where he hit 3 consecutive home runs at one point in batting practice. Everybody's talking about him. Everyone's hyping him up. He doesn't even crack a smile.
No.
Just never satisfied, and that's what it takes.
The 0-2. Inside at the belt, first ball of the count. You talked to Maloney yesterday after the game. Had a 3-run homer, his first of the summer. And he's a man of very few words, you could say.
But when he talks, he makes them count. I just ask him, how fun is it? How much fun are you having as a Harwich Mariner? And he said, man, it's the best.
The 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3.
Now batting for Harwich, the left fielder from the University of Texas, number
4th
24,
strikeout
Aiden
for
Robbins.
Pitzer. And here comes Aiden Robbins. Quickly 2 away in the top of the 5th. Still a tie ball game, 1 apiece.
This game's starting to slow down a little bit. The Mariners strike first. They strand the bases loaded. Whitey gets the run back in the home half of the third. And you have a back-to-back scoreless fourth. Mariners hopefully can get something going with 2 down in the 5th.
Aiden Robbins from the right side, swing and a miss on a hefty hack fastball.
But, Gino, this is sometimes what happens when you have 2 of the best pitching staffs going at it, 2 of the best teams. Every base runner holds a high magnitude.
The 0-1. Just outside, first ball of the count. And Robbins is somebody that I just want to continue to harp on because it just goes to show the skill of these players. The 1-1. Taken inside at the waist for ball 2. After struggling his first few games here on the Cape, I mean, he's reached twice today with a double as well as a walk. That's his 4th extra base hit of the summer. The 2-1. Low and away.
I got to give the home plate umpire, Robert Malm, some credit. His strike zone is tight tonight, but he is all over it. I mean, he is consistent on a lot of borderline pitches, and the players appreciate it. You can tell.
Pitzer gives the nod. The 3-1 comes home. Inside for ball 4. When it rains, it pours for A-Rob. He takes his spot on first with 2 outs. Third time the designated hitter has reached, rather the left fielder has reached today. Here is D. Kennedy.
Aiden Robbins has reached 7 of his last 8 plate appearances.
And that's the skill I'm talking about.
That is sick.
2 for 15 to start with the Mariners, but like you just said. First pitch to the righty, Kennedy, swing and a miss for strike 1. Kennedy has looked smooth out there over in third. Had a few really nice plays as they check on Robbins at first. He's back safely. Him and Maloney over there at third and short. I mean, that's a sight to see.
They just
also
call each other off and make the play.
Right.
They just outdo each other.
But you throw in Tanner Marsh over there as well. I mean, all 3 guys can make plays. Throw back to first. Robbins is back just in the nick of time.
Who's Tanner Marsh? I only know T. Smooth.
T. Smooth, as Steve Angler calls him. Some funny nicknames here on the team. Another throwback to first.
But
Robbins
that's
back standing.
That's back to the Maloney conversation we were having. These guys love being a Mariner because they're signing autographs after the game. They're good friends on the team. Their manager is just such a likable veteran, longtime guy.
The 0-1. Popped up, infield right side. Miller takes a few steps to his left with his heels on the outfield grass. He makes out number 3. So 1 stranded in Robbins after he reached off a walk with 2 outs. The Mariners and the Red Sox still tied at 1 apiece. We'll be back on the Mariners Radio Network.
When you need to dig, lift, move, cut, or just about anything else, then dial up the Rental Source staffed with equipment and construction experts. They'll help you get the right machine for the job and make sure it's delivered when and where you need it. With locations across New England and the newest and most reliable inventory, Milton Rents is your local source.
You can make any bat feel lighter by adding a velo puck knob. Instead of having to go get a whole entirely new bat, you can simply add the puck to it. Players can use this with any bat. It's basically going to shift the weight of the bat a little bit more towards the hands. Players are able to hit the ball a lot harder just by simply adding the puck on.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financing journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible.
Well, we just made a call to the bullpen. We just sent our producer, Dave Roberts, to go retrieve one of those donut burgers, infamous here at Red Wilson Field. Alongside Luke Brenneman, I'm Gino Antamarino. 1-1 is the score between the two top teams in the East, the Mariners and the Red Sox. 8-9-1 due up for YD, leading off Dean Carpentier, the first baseman. Jack Bell on deck, the shortstop. And then as the order turns over, it's Cody Miller, the second baseman, in the hole. Been waiting to sink my teeth into this donut burger that everybody's been talking about. First pitch to Carpentier, a one-hopper to second, and there to make the play is Shintaro Inoue.
Now batting for YD.
Shinny substituting for Jake Coonan, who started the game over at second. And so with one away in the bottom of the fifth, here is Jack Bell from the left side. Troy Dressler in his fifth inning of work. He comes home. High for ball one. Some serious decisions being made right now. Do we want a regular or do we want a Boston cream?
I'm sorry, Gino.
This one's popped up.
Took a hiatus from being your partner because there's just so many options. We go for the Boston cream, the regular.
You gotta go regular.
What the heck is regular about a donut burger?
You only go into deep sleep for a few hours. As Bell lines this one into right, Carter diving and tumbling makes the grab for out number two. Man, Dave better hurry up with this donut burger. We're going to have to go into the other innings with a hungry stomach.
That's fine. It was always the sixth inning stretch, as in get seated for the rest of the ball game by the donut burger. But tonight, Gino, you look at the game, a lot of donuts on the scoreboard right now. A ton of scoreless frames, a lot of 1, 2, 3 innings. Dressler has looked the best. We've seen him all summer, and he's up there with one of the best starts now if he can get out of the fifth scoreless.
He's given up just 3 hits today. First pitch to Cody Miller in the one spot. Taken on the inside for ball one.
For a guy like Dressler who doesn't jump out at you, especially with his start in the Cape compared to the rest of the Mariners starters, this is an unreal outing.
It has. The 1-0. Up high, ball two. Like we were saying, Dressler in his fifth inning of work. Just a rising sophomore from Wake Forest. Has looked strong against the top team on the Cape. As this one's grounded to short, Maloney's there, and he makes it look as routine as possible to record the third out. 3 up, 3 down in the bottom of the fifth. We head to the top of the sixth, still tied at 1 apiece. We'll be back on the Mariners Radio Network.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
If you need to dig, lift, move, grade, clear, or cut, pump, weld, clean, light, and just about anything else, dial up the rental source for the newest and the most reliable equipment in New England. Staffed with equipment and construction experts, Milton Rents, your local source.
There hasn't been a ton of training when it comes to bat speed or products for players to be able to train bat speed. You can improve your bat speed and reach your goals working 10 to 15 minutes a day on this a couple of times a week. That's a no-brainer for every player.
When you need to dig, lift, move, cut, or just about anything else, then dial up the rental source staffed with equipment and construction experts. They'll help you get the right machine for the job and make sure it's delivered when and where you need it. With locations across New England and the newest and most reliable inventory, Milton Rents is your local source.
Welcome back to Red Wilson Field, top of the 6 here in Yarmouth Dennis. 1-1 is the score between the Mariners and the Red Sox. Alongside Luke Brenneman, I'm Gino Antamarino. 6-7-8 due up for the Mariners. Starting off with Tanner Marsh from the right side. New man on the mound for YD, it's Ryan Renfro. Relieves Tyler Pitzer after he went 4 2/3, gave up a hit, no earned runs, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts. An excellent performance from Pitzer. We'll see if Renfro can keep that up. His first pitch, breaking ball in there for strike 1.
Gino, this is just one of those games that come the later innings, right about now, every base runner and more importantly, every run can just be the deciding moment.
The 0-1. Fastball misses inside at the waist.
I'm really interested to see who Steve Engler goes to out of the bullpen following Dressler.
Renfro comes set, the 1-1. This one skied into shallow center. Gasparino with a beat makes the head-high catch for out number 1.
Now batting for Harwich.
Mariners haven't had a hit since the 3rd inning. But that's been a story for both teams, struggling to get knocks in this one. Mariners with 4 hits, Red Sox with just 3. Mariners scored the first run of the day off of a Bristol Carter home run back in the 1st. The Red Sox scored their run in the 3rd. First pitch to Macon Winslow from the right side, misses low for ball 1.
But Gino, 3 of the Mariners' 4 hits in that first inning.
Right. So Winslow trying to capitalize. 1-0, misses inside, ball 2. Ryan Renfro, 6'4", 195 from Kennesaw State. His 3rd appearance on the mound this summer. Has pitched a total of 2 2/3, has given up just 2 hits with 4 strikeouts. The 2-0. Hits the inner edge for strike 1. Winslow has reached once off of a hit by pitch, the other a flyout. So 2-1 is the count to the Mariners' backstop. The 2-1. Swing and a mesh strike 2. Nice, beautiful day, 78 degrees. The wind dying down. The 2-2. High for ball 3. We sent our producer Dave Roberts on a little bit of a quest in the last inning to go get a donut burger here, an infamous donut burger here at Red Wilson Field. And he's walking back towards us now. Payoff pitch in the dirt for ball 4. So Winslow reaches for the 2nd time today, first off of a hit by pitch, this one off of a walk. And so there's a base runner with 1 out in the top of the 6th, but more importantly, we just got the donut burger. Tied up ball game, 1 apiece. Out comes Kyle Wolf in the 8th spot.
When should we dive into this thing?
Oh my gosh, I'm going to open the box right now.
I feel the aura coming off of that donut right now.
First pitch, wave and a whiff for strike 1. I'm not going to lie, I'm a little underwhelmed.
It looks disgusting.
It just looks
bland.
I was
thought it was going to
expecting
be
some
like
color.
soaking in like glaze. But now it's
I'm sure it
jelly
looks good,
filled
though.
because they were sold out.
Yeah,
so this is dangerous,
jelly.
Gino.
Sometimes it's the things that you don't expect to be good. This is good as they throw back to first. Nice job from Winslow getting back with his right hand first. He holds his right shoulder.
Oh, no, you never like seeing this.
Amanda Lusky, the trainer for the Mariners, out from the dugout. Winslow back on both of his feet. So Lusky will talk with him as well as Steve Englert, the manager.
Meanwhile, we hope for the best for Winslow. I don't know if there's any better time to have Gino dive into this thing while he has a second away from the air. You look a little bit scared.
See, so what is, okay, let's see what we're working with. Oh my gosh, all right, so we got a jelly donut. Okay, how should we eat this? Do I take a bite? You take, I want to, or should we do it at the same time?
No, we're not sharing. We're not doing that. You take a bite and then tell the listeners about it, and then I'll take a bite.
Okay, all right, here we go. No, let them hear. This is going to be an honest review. Not bad. That's actually pretty good.
Oh, God. Here we go.
It's actually pretty good. It's sweet and savory, which is perfect. Winslow back to his feet in the meantime, right? Not to, get back to the action here, but.
Heck yeah.
Winslow back to the dugout with trainer Amanda Lusky. Pinch running is Matt Conti, who takes his spot on first.
That thing's money.
You got sugar all around your lips.
Are you kidding me?
I got sugar on my hands. What are we doing here?
I might be hitting the transfer portal to the YD concession stand internship.
Here is Kyle Wolf with an 0-1. It hits him. Off the left arm. So runners on first and second for the Mariners.
The center fielder from Princeton, number 5, Jake Coonan.
So the first time Wolf has reached today, but to kind of close out on it, I would score that donut burger. That's the first donut burger I've ever had. I feel like a mess right now.
What it feels like is us eating the donut burger is bringing a little bit of sugar to this Mariner offense right now. I mean, we got runners on first and second. Shintaro Inoue's get a pinch hit as the next guy up.
Inoue came in the last frame, replacing Jake Coonan on second. As Coonan pops this one into shallow center. Gasparino out there to make the head-high catch for out number 2.
Now batting for Harwich, the second baseman, number 2, Shintaro Inouye.
So Inoue pinch hitting for Broussard. But as I mentioned, the defensive lineup, he's over there at second. But donut burger, I gotta give it, would I have it again?
Okay, so what's the standard on this scale, though? Just like the normal food scale?
Like,
or, no, we
would
should
you eat
scale
it again?
on,
Would you eat it again?
On a concession stand scale. That's what it should be. So you're thinking of a stock pizza.
Gosh,
stock
I got
burger.
my pencil sticking to my fingers still. I feel like a child. First pitch for Inoue, swing and a miss for strike 1. Kids always have candy or something stuck to their hands. I feel like
I don't
a little
like that
kid right
feeling
now.
at all. My scoreboard doesn't like the donut burger either.
First pitch to Inoue, a swing and a miss for strike 1. Second pitch skips in the dirt. Ball temporarily gets away from right. He keeps it in front of him, keeps the runners at bay on first and second. So Wolf on first after he got hit by a pitch, and Matt Conti over on second after Winslow was walked, and then as he dove back to the bag on a pick attempt, came up holding his right shoulder. So Conti in his place, the 1-1, foul tipped from Inoue. 2 outs, top of the 6. Still a tie ball game.
No,
okay, we can't keep dancing around it. I'm going to give that, I'm going to give us 7-8.
7.8.
Yeah, it was good. I'm a big fan of sweet and savory. We're going off of concession stand food. I think that's a 7-8. I would get it again. The 1-2.
I'm going to give
away for ball 2.
A 7.4.
Why is that?
I think it's right around that 7 range, but I'm not going to let it round up to 8.
I like that. The 2-2. Up high, ball 3.
Like the burger at White House Field, just the standard cheeseburger.
You are a big fan.
That is a killer cheeseburger. So that's pushing 8-9. The jelly-filled donut, the burger's dry. They messed up the easiest part.
Right. Payoff pitch to Inoue. Misses low. And so ball 4, that loads the bases with 2 outs.
Now batting for Harwich, the right
Top of the
fielder
6.
from Auburn, number 26,
Still a knotted up game. Here comes Bristol Carter, who had the home run back in the first, but has since then flown out and grounded out. And right on cue, Scott Pickler, the manager for YD, out from the dugout. He signals to his bullpen. And so a new arm on the mound for YD when we come back. 2 outs, bases loaded here from Red Wilson Field. We'll see if the Mariners can strike with 2 outs. Bristol Carter up to bat. We'll be back on the Mariners Radio Network.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Get ready for big results with our small machines. With more power, performance, comfort, and savings, they're ready for every job. And we're ready with plenty of inventory, the best support in the business, same-day parts availability, and locations across the Northeast. So you can always be ready to work. Milton Cat, always ready.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
If you need to dig, lift, move, grade.
Welcome back to Red Wilson Field. New man on the mound for YD. It's Rodney Pena in the top of the 6. Bases loaded for the Mariners with 2 outs. Pena making his first appearance on the Cape from Weatherford College. 6 foot, 206 pounds. He works against Bristol Carter, who scored the lone tally for the Mariners back in the first off a solo homer, his first of the summer. Righty on righty matchup, bases loaded, 2 outs. The pitch in the dirt, gets away from right. That brings in Conti from third. He slides, he's in there. So a wild pitch brings home Conti and advances the runners to second and third. The Mariners break the deadlock. They're up 2-1, top of the 6th, still 2 outs. 1-0 the count to Carter.
Gino, this is all off YD mistakes. The leadoff man, Conti, or Winslow at the time, walked. Wolf hit by a pitch, in a way walked.
The 1-0. Low for ball 2.
But just good base running and better plate discipline from Harwich. And right now, that's the difference in the game. I mean, the first pitch that Pena throws, he spikes it in the ground. That's something you have to be cautious of if you're going to throw the off-speed low with a runner at third base.
The Mariners will take advantage. The 2-0. Called a strike on the inner edge. First strike of the count. We just tried the infamous donut burger here at Red Wilson Field. If you missed out on that, check out our social media, Harwich Mariners on Instagram. You see a nice picture of that. The 2-1 in the dirt again, 3 balls, 1 strike. Nice picture of the donut burger. I think even better looking than that is us, Luke Brenneman.
Maybe you, Gino.
No, we'll see. We thought it looked a little bit bland, but it was good. It lived up to the hype. So maybe you can let us know what you thought of it. 3-1, misses low and away. Ball 4, loads the bases with 2 outs in the top of the 6.
Now batting for Harwich.
And this is the guy you want up. The bases are loaded. You have a 1-run lead. And the most dangerous hitter in your lineup is up right now. He doesn't lead the team in RBIs. That's Kennedy. But Maloney is well rested, had back-to-back off days before hitting that 3-run bomb last night. And right on cue, the pitching coach, Michael Stanford, says, yeah, let's talk it over before we address the Mariners shortstop.
Maloney second on the team in hits with 13. Tied with Wolf with 6 RBIs. That's the 3rd most on the team he talked about. Not the leading RBI getter, but certainly up there. This is a guy that can drive in runs. He's got the bases loaded with 2 outs. The Mariners had an opportunity back in the first with the bases loaded and 1 out and didn't have anything to show for it. So the Mariners trying to open the floodgates a little bit more, take more of a lead in this game as Stanford walks back to his dugout.
This is a huge spot. I mean, you find a gap here. I'm not going to say you can win this game, but you can do the same thing that he did last night at White House Field, and that's blow this sucker up.
Well, Maloney raises the black-colored bat over his right shoulder. Bases loaded, 2 outs. His first pitch in the dirt, gets away from right. Here comes Wolf sprinting down from third. He's in there safely. 2 pitches that Pena has spiked in the dirt, has plated 2 for the Mariners. And Harwich with a 3-1 lead over YD with 2 outs and runners on second and third.
Just what the doctor ordered. When you're winning baseball games, good breaks just start to go your way. And right now, the Mariners base running, taking advantage of YD mistakes.
The 1-0. Check swing, appeal to the third base umpire, says he went around. So 1-1 the count to Maloney. He digs back in from the right side with 2 outs. The pitch. Fastball in there for strike 2. Maloney today has singled and has flown out and struck out. His single came back in the first. Runners on second and third with 2 outs, the 1-2. Bounced foul at the plate. On deck is Aiden Robbins, who has been red hot today, has reached all 3 times, 2 walks and a double. And here comes Steve Englert, the manager for the Mariners.
This is not something that is normal in baseball, Gino. When you're in a 2-strike count, let alone a live at-bat, your manager call time and come out and have a word with you. Maybe before the at-bat pulls you back, but he's already seen now 4 pitches in this at-bat. 1 and 2 down to his final strike in protect mode. You can kind of lock in as a hitter, but Steve Englert takes the time to reinforce whatever he just told Maddox Maloney, and I'm sure it's stay true to your swing. You have one of the best in the Cape. Protect, make this guy fight because he knows Pena doesn't have the most control in the world right now.
Maloney gets ready for the 1-2. Here it comes. Fouled straight back. But we've seen Englert do that a few times this summer. We saw it the first time against Hyannis. It was the second game of the year. Came up to Shintaro Inoue, who was struggling a little bit in his at-bat. Came up, talked to him, ended up walking. The 1-2. Blasted foul down the left field line. Boy, if that was a few feet to the right, that would have been gone.
Just a little bit too early. Still trying to time up Pena. I don't even know if Rodney Pena necessarily knows where his stuff is going right now, but if he grooves another fastball down the middle, Maloney won't miss it.
Maloney with a 1-2. The pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 3, gets away from Wright. Maloney takes off for first, but Wright guns him down. And that leaves two stranded in scoring position for the Mariners, but they tack on a pair, both off of wild pitches from Rodney Pena. And with the bases loaded and 2 outs, the Mariners take a 3-1 lead heading into the bottom of the 6th. We'll be back on the Mariners Radio Network.
When you need to dig, lift, move, cut, or just about anything else, then dial up the rental source staffed with equipment and construction experts. They'll help you get the right machine for the job and make sure it's delivered when and where you need it. With locations across New England and the newest and most reliable inventory, Milton Rents is your local source.
You can make any bat feel lighter by adding a velo puck knob. Instead of having to go get a whole entirely new bat, you can simply add the puck to it. Players can use this with any bat. It's basically going to shift the weight of the bat a little bit more towards the hands. Players are able to hit the ball a lot harder just by simply adding the puck on.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible.
Welcome back to Red Wilson Field. Bottom of the 6th, the Mariners took a 3-1 lead in the top of the 6th, both coming off of back-to-back wild pitches. Bases were loaded with 2 outs, and the Mariners taking advantage of mistakes from the reliever Rodney Pena. So YD trying to dig itself out of a hole. 2-3-4 due up for the Red Sox. Nolan Traeger, the designated hitter, gets set from the left side. And for the reliever for the Mariners, Christian Rodriguez comes in for Troy Dressler. His first pitch. This one's lined into left. Aiden Robbins, not having to move at all, sticks his glove up and catches it above his head for out number 1.
An unbelievable start from Dressler. 1 pitch, 1 out, a good start for Rodriguez, but Troy goes 5 innings, the longest he's gone all summer. The Mariners continue to impress with every pitcher, particularly the starters. But that's some serious stuff. 3-hit baseball, 1 earned against the best team in the Cape, and he's in line for the win now.
No walks. That's pretty impressive stuff. First pitch to Chris Akopian. This is low for ball 1.
And that's going to be the story for Dressler. The rest of the summer, every time we see Troy go out there, it's, is he in command? Is he throwing strikes? Because if he is, he's tough to hit.
The 1-0. Called strike 1 on the inner edge. So an excellent performance from Dressler today. He gave up 1 free bag off of a hit-by pitch to Nolan Traeger, who just lined out. Here's the 1-1 to the righty. This one's rainbowed to right. Bristol Carter takes a few steps towards the wall and makes the catch for out number 2. So 2 away in the bottom of the 6th. A.J. Soldra, the left fielder, batting cleanup. He gets set from the left side. Christian Rodriguez, the product from Florida, stands on the mound, 6 foot, 210 pounds. In his 5th appearance this summer, has gone for a total of 8 1/3, has given up 4 hits, no earned runs, 4 walks, 9 strikeouts. Righty on lefty. First pitch to Soldier. This is high for ball 1.
The last thing I want to say about the donut burger that is that our producer Dave Roberts thought it was so bad and so gross that suddenly it's just vanished from the table.
The 1-0, this is low for ball 2. You know, the donut burger, to be completely honest, is one of those things you can't admit to liking. Like, oh, yeah, I can't eat. You know, because if you go, hey,
Why
I
not?
love
Come
donut
on.
burgers, people are going to look at you and go, really? Like, this is how low you are?
Maybe I just call you the donut burger.
The 2-0 swing and a miss. First strike of the count.
I think that YD, there's enough people with Red Sox gear around here on the Cape. They should just become the Yarmouth Dennis Donut Burgers. That should just be their new thing. And they should have a donut burger be their mascot.
The 2-1. Fouled straight back. Yeah, so Luke and I tried the donut burger. What it is, 2 jelly-filled donuts. You can get them plain, but they ran out. So we took the second option, which was the jelly-filled, with a burger patty. And it was solid. It was pretty good. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 3 up, 3 down. And the Mariners still in the driver's seat. A nice performance from Rodriguez to start in the 6th. We'll be back on the Mariners Radio Network.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Get ready for big results with our small machines. With more power, performance, comfort, and savings, they are ready for every job. And we're ready with plenty of inventory, the best support in the business, same-day parts availability, and locations across the Northeast. So you can always be ready to work. Milton Cat, always ready.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible.
The Mariners have the lead in Yarmouth Dennis after 6. It's time for the final 3. Welcome in to the Mariners Radio Network. Harwich leads YD 3-1 in a battle on July the 6th for, as of right now, the #1 team on the Cape. YD 11-5, the Mariners 9-6, but haven't lost in their last 6 games. Due up for Harwich in the top of the 7th inning, Aiden Robbins, the cleanup hitter. He's reached all 3 times tonight. The pitcher Rodney Pena gets set, kicks and fires, swinging a foul straight back, 0-1. The evolution of Robbins, he homered on his first start of the summer in Falmouth, and then was 1 for 15 in his first 15 at-bats. That home run being his lone hit. And since then, has just really turned it up. He's out of the slump now, spits on ball 2 low. It's 2-1. He's walked twice tonight and doubled in the 3rd. Excuse me, that was ball 1 low. 1-1 the count to Robbins. The pitch on the inner part of the plate, 1-2.
See that pitch right there, borderline. Before this streak from Robbins, he would have shaken his head. He would
Just
have
been out of the
at-bat. But he is so locked in.
2-strike pitch. Upstairs, a nice take evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. On deck, D. Kennedy, after him, Tanner Marsh. All kinds of substitutions so far tonight for Harwich. Most notably, the catcher, Macon Winslow, left the game with a shoulder injury. 2-2. Driven, spiked into the ground, left side. Jack Bell, the shortstop, throws it, and a bang-bang play beats Aiden Robbins at the first base bag. So a 6-3 ground out starts the 7th inning. And with 1 out and nobody on, the third baseman, D. Kennedy. D continuing to do what he's done all summer, just quietly hit the ball hard. Has 2 hits tonight, is 2 for 3. Looking to get on and add to the Mariner lead in the 7th. First pitch, low in the dirt, 1-0. Mariners ahead 3-1 at Red Wilson Field. The sun, I would say, about 80% down. The outfield still catching some rays. Press box shading the pitcher's mound all the way to home plate. 1-0 offering. Outside, 2 balls and no strikes.
Not that last pitch, but the pitch before that in the dirt, got away from right as well. I mean, that's now 3 pitches we've seen get past the catcher for YD. If the Mariners can get on, they can take advantage.
2-0. Swing and a miss. Kennedy was way out in front of this slider. So the count goes to 2-1. D was sitting fastball all the way, trying to run into one. Now digs back in a 2-1 count. The right-hander Pena turns, kicks, and unleashes a fastball away, 3-1. Tanner Marsh on deck. It's been a tough night so far for Marsh, has struck out twice and flew out to center. Pena trying to find the zone, 3-1. Clips the bottom part just barely.
Oh.
The count goes full.
That was late, too. I mean, Melms, I feel like, just toys with some of these
You're
batters.
onto something there.
Just wanting to bring him back. Kennedy was on his way to first.
He had crossed the home plate from the right-handed batter's box. Payoff pitch. That one is spiked in the dirt. No debate about ball 4. Kennedy takes first base.
That's the thing about Kennedy that he does so well. Not only can he make contact and hit for power, but he's got a great eye. That's his second walk today. Also has a single. This is a guy that is very calm and patient in the batter's box.
1 on, 1 out. The Mariners up 3-1 against the Red Sox in the top of the 7th. Runner at first, D. Kennedy is getting some medical attention from the Mariner trainer, Amanda Lusky.
I think he just got some dirt in his eye.
Just needed a wipe from the white Gatorade towel. Now he's all good. So the infield, standard positioning for Tanner Marsh. We mentioned not his best night of the summer, but that really sticks out because of how good he's been. He opened up his first 6 games of the summer as a Mariner with a hit in every ballgame. Pena gets set from the stretch. Kennedy at first. He heads home. First pitch low, 1-0.
And you talk to a lot of these guys, right? We talk to Robbins, or you talk to Maloney, you talk to Marsh, and they have these big performances, right? We talked to Trey Broussard after he went 4 for 4 against Brewster. And every single time you ask him, as they check on Kennedy back at first, he's back safely. Every time you talk about, hey, great performance today, they just shrug it off. They're used to it, right? They've come from colleges where they broke out, had great seasons. This is just every day to them.
Before the 1-0, another throw over to first base. This one a little bit high, but the first baseman, Carpentier, leaps up and catches it. Now fires back to the pitcher, Rodney Pena. A 1-0 count to Tanner Marsh. 1 on, 1 out. The Mariners up 2 in the top of the 7th. Substitute catcher Matt Conti waits on deck. 1-0 pitch in the dirt, 2-0. Pena came in with 2 outs in the 6th inning. The bases were loaded for Harwich, and 2 of the first 3 pitches that he threw were spiked into the ground and plated the Mariner runner at third base. So not earned by Rodney Pena, but certainly didn't help his teammate Renfroe out at all. 2-0, popped up. First base side, into foul territory goes Carpentier, and he couldn't make the play over his shoulder. That was a tough one. The first baseman drifting towards right field, the ball coming over top of his head. After the long run, he's looking up over his shoulder, and even with the big mitt, he didn't land it.
It's a tough play to make, too, because you're staring straight into the sun.
That is the main portion of where the sun is coming.
That's where it's setting, right? So you're staring literally right into it, setting right over home plate, so that's where it's at.
2 balls, 1 strike to Marsh. Rodney Pena throws over to first base for the 3rd time in this at-bat. Kennedy back in with a head-first dive. No tag over there at first. So Kennedy on, 1 out. Marsh the batter. Pena gets set. comes to the plate. Low in the dirt. Guess what? It got away again. D. Kennedy scoots over to second base. So a Mariner in scoring position, 3-1 is the count to Marsh. And Pena spiked a couple. That one was low, but Garrett Wright should be keeping that ball in front.
I was just going to say, but that's what I talked about earlier. If the Mariners can get one on, they can capitalize off these wild pitches, pass balls. Wright now trots to the mound to talk things over with Pena, but regardless of what it is, you know, Pena's putting a lot of these pitches low and in the dirt, and whether that's the fault of his or his catcher, they're still hitting the backstop. That's going to easily advance the Mariners, who've got some of the fastest guys on the Cape. Here comes Scott Pickler out from the dugout as well.
We'll see if Pickler decides to make a change, and there it is. A call to the bullpen in the top of the seventh. Rodney Pena's day is done. The Mariners up 3-1. Runner on second. A 3-ball count to the designated hitter Marsh. We'll have the new arm when we come back on the Mariners Radio Network.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
If you need to dig, lift, move, grade, clear, or cut, pump, weld, clean, light, and just about anything else, dial up the rental source for the newest and the most reliable equipment in New England. Staffed with equipment and construction experts, Milton Rents, your local source.
There hasn't been a ton of training when it comes to bat speed or products for players to be able to train bat speed. You can improve your bat speed and reach your goals working 10 to 15 minutes a day on this a couple of times a week. That's a no-brainer for every player.
When you need to dig, lift, move, cut, or just about anything else, then dial up the rental source staffed with equipment and construction experts. They'll help you get the right machine for the job and make sure it's delivered when and where you need it. With locations across New England and the newest and most reliable inventory, Milton Rents is your local source.
You can make any bat feel lighter by adding a velo puck knob. Instead of having to go get a whole entirely new bat, you can simply add the puck to it. Players can use this with any bat. It's basically going to shift the weight of the bat a little bit more towards the hands. Players are able to hit the ball a lot harder just by simply adding the puck on.
All right, a mid-at-bat pitching change, not something you see every day, but longtime skipper Scott Pickler thought that was best. Top of the seventh, a 3-1 count to the designated hitter Tanner Marsh with D. Kennedy at second base. There's one down. The Mariners are up 3-1, but striking to add to their tally. An insurance run or a few of them would go a long way for Harwich. Just 4 hits, 3 runs, YD 1 run on 3 hits. The new arm is Dominic Desch. First pitch to Marshall, looping liner into right, and it's down for a hit. He rounds first, scoring from second with ease is Kennedy, and in no time, Tanner Marsh jumps all over the reliever on 1 pitch, and the Mariners increase their lead. It's 4-1.
The Mariners' bats continue to make a statement. I'm not even going to say bats because they've only got 5 hits today, but their offense getting on board, right? Drawing the walks, drawing the hit by pitches, and they do damage. And Marsh right there, first pitch against the new pitcher, doesn't even get settled in. That's a huge mental advantage now on your team's side.
Runner at first, 1 out. The batter is Matt Conti. Takes a ball up and in, 1-0. This is Conti's first at-bat of the game. Came in after the starting catcher, Macon Winslow, was injured with a shoulder injury, diving back into first base on a pick attempt. 1-0 pitch to Conti, swing and a miss. The count's 1-1. But Tanner Marsh, he had the bases loaded with 1 out in the first, struck out, had runners at first and second with 2 down in the third, struck out, was hitless up until that at-bat in the 7th, but delivered the goods. An RBI knock, and the Mariners lead by 3. 1-1 the count to Conti. Marsh at first. Desch. The pitch. Liner right side, it's through. Marsh had to stop as the ball almost hit him, but Conti comes into the game, his first at-bat. The 3rd consecutive Mariners single in the 7th. Conti goes the other way, just like Marsh. First and second with 1 out, up by 3, the batter Kyle Wolf.
Yeah, YD already up to 5 pitchers on the day. I mean, the Mariners just put out their second in Christian Rodriguez. I mean, that just goes to show when you win the pitching battle, more than likely you're going to have the advantage elsewhere.
First and second, 1 down. First pitch to Wolf is inside, 1-0. The Mariners have 4 runs tonight. 2 of them have come from a run batted in. The other 2, Mariners who walked and scored in the 6th on wild pitches. 1-0. Clips the inside corner, 1-1 to Wolf. Wolf is 0 for 2 tonight, but reached on a hit by pitch and scored in the 6th inning. Chance for a snowball inning. Now with 1 already in, 1 out, 2 on, and up by 3 in the 7th. 1-1 to Wolf. Inside, 2-1. So this is the 4th arm for the Red Sox, but 3 of the arms, Bayer, Renfroe, and Pena, all did not go a full inning.
Yeah.
2-1. That's low. 3 balls and 1 strike to Wolf. He looks at the on-deck hitter Jake Coonan, gives him a couple of signals, telling him what to expect with the reliever Desch's stuff. Wolf right now is yet to offer at a pitch. 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Runners at first and second, a 3-run Harwich lead. Desch. The pitch chopped at the plate, and the count goes full.
Keep in mind also heading into today, YD had the 2nd lowest ERA on the Cape. This is a pitching staff that's no joke, right? If you don't know much about the Red Sox or their pitching staff, you would think 5 pitchers and they've had a few wild pitches. Oh, they must not be top echelon. No, they are.
3-2, ground ball left side. This could be 2. Hakopian at short to second for 1, and the throw to first is dropped. It was more than in time. Scoring is Tanner Marsh. Kyle Wolf takes second base, and the Mariners get a little bit of luck and go up by 4 in the 7th. It was as routine as they come. Hakopian to Miller for 1 at second. His throw on target and on time at first, but Dean Carpentier simply dropped the ball.
There's got to be something with that ball, right? We've seen Wright drop a couple behind the dish. I know he was checking over his glove. He still is. He's playing with his glove behind home plate. He keeps looking down at it. But that's the Mariners. Capitalize on the other team's mistakes.
2 outs, runner at second. Jake Coonan swings at a pitch that bounced 2 feet in front of home plate for strike 1.
Yeah, I kind of looked up to the sky after that one. That's the thing about Coonan is he can really let one go. He's got a couple of home runs so far. He's got 3 to be exact, but he's batting a 1.67.
He's in an 0-1 count. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back swinging strikes puts Dominic Desch ahead, 0-2. That's bad luck for Desch. Runners on first and second with 1 out. A 5-4-3 double play in the works. And just simply a mistake from Carpentier. The 0-2 is a little bit high. The count's now 1 ball and 2 strikes to Coonan. Runner at second is Wolf, who reached on that error. The Mariners are up 5-1 in the 7th. Desch, a long look in. Gets set and comes home. Ground ball, third base side, down the line, fair ball. Rounding third, headed to the plate is Wolf. The throw comes home. It's cut off. Coonan going for second. He's in there head first. Another RBI hit, and the Mariners are ahead of the Red Sox 6-1 in the 7th.
Wow. This is the Mariner team that everyone knew was good. But these last few games have shown this is one of the best teams on the Cape, if not the top tier.
I think they're coming for that tonight. Still plenty of baseball to play, but top of the 7th, runner at second, 2 outs. Inouye the batter, a first pitch strike at the lower portion of the zone. The Mariners are ahead of the Red Sox 6-1. Jake Coonan, the most recent RBI single, he turned it into 2 because the throw came to the plate. Inouye's second at-bat of the game, he was a pinch hitter. 0-1 chopped foul. Shintaro's behind, no balls and 2 strikes.
How about the Mariners scoring 22 runs in their last 3 games? And we're still in this one. Got a runner in scoring position right now.
And those 3 teams, that's Brewster, Chatham, and now YD. Brewster and YD, 2 of the 3 best teams in the league via record. 0-2 pitch to Inouye. Before that, the pitcher Desch steps off, turns around, and looks Jake Coonan back to second base.
But the thing that's most impressive, 7 hits, right? Doesn't blow you away, but they're timely hits. And Red Sox with just 3.
Coonan goes, pitch low, no throw to third, a free base for Coonan and the Mariners.
That's what it is. You get on, whether it's a hit or most likely a walk, and then you just take advantage.
So Inouye in a 1-2 count, Coonan at third, 2 outs in the 7th. Right-handed pitcher Desch delivers to the plate low with the fastball, 2-2. Shintaro, a left-handed hitter. He pinch hit for Trey Broussard in the 6th inning and walked. He leads this team in free passes in a 2-2 count against Desch. This inning should have been over on a Kyle Wolf double play, but an error at first base from the Red Sox have added to the Mariners' tally. 2-2, got him looking upstairs. A borderline pitch right at the letters, and that's it for Inouye's at-bat. That's it for the top of the 7th, but not after 3 more from the red-hot Mariners. They're up on the Sox 6-1. We'll be back.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Get ready for big results with our small machines. With more power, performance, comfort, and savings, they're ready for every job. And we're ready with plenty of inventory, the best support in the business, same-day parts availability, and locations across the Northeast. So you can always be ready to work. Milton Cat, always ready.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible.
Don't look now, but the Mariners have a 5-run lead, looking to win their 5th in a row against YD at Red Wilson Field. It's 6-1, bottom of the 7th. Christian Rodriguez stays out there. First pitch to the leadoff man, Gasparino, is popped up foul. 0-1 the count. to the center fielder Gasparino. He's 0 for 2 so far tonight. The Mariners plated 3 runs in the top half of the 7th and just continue to dominate offensively, something we didn't see at all from this team in the early parts of the summer. The 0-1 lands in the heart of the zone, 0-2.
22 runs in the last 3 games.
That ain't bad.
And we're still going.
The sun is coming down. No lights here. Swing and a miss, strike 3. The 0-2 had Gasparino reaching for a pitch way low and away. 1 up, 1 down in the bottom of the 7th.
Second strikeout for Rodriguez in his second inning of work. Troy Dressler with an excellent start today, went 5 innings, gave up just 3 hits, 1 earned run, no walks, 2 strikeouts. Rodriguez right there to pass the baton, or receive the baton, you could say.
Jace Tarnish, first pitch swinging, liner into left. Falls for a hit, and he takes advantage of a first pitch strike over the middle of the plate. And there's a hit for the Red Sox, trailing by 5 with 1 down in the 7th. One on, 1 out. 6-1 the count. The catcher Garrett Wright. He's 0 for 2 so far tonight. Christian Rodriguez came in the 6th. It was a 1-2-3 6th. And is looking for a makeshift 1-2-3 7th with a double play ball here. The Mariners the best in the Cape at turning 2. First pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. Rodriguez can pump that fastball in right around 94. Oh and 1. Righty-righty matchup, the pitch. Popped up foul. 0-2. So after the 1-out hit, Rodriguez back-to-back strikes to Garrett Wright. He's ahead. No balls and 2 strikes. You know, I was just about to say, no lights here. Still very bright, but the sun is going to vanish within the next, say, 15, 20 minutes. 0-2, a little bit high, 1-2.
Well, I talked to a few of the interns before the game, and I asked them, how many times have you gone a full 9 here? And they said they've only had it cut short maybe once. But Brewster, a different story. Those games get cut almost every game.
Rodriguez throws over to first base. Back safely is Jace Tarnish. And you got to think, if the Mariners don't score 3 in the top of the 7th, and they were holding on to the what was a 3-1 lead, maybe you play a little stalling game. You start checking on runners. There's some strategy that we've heard in the Cape League. 2-strike pitch. Popped him up right towards the pitcher Rodriguez. He's called off by Wolf at first base, and easy out number 2. That brings up the 8th hitter in Scott Pickler's lineup, the first baseman, Dean Carpentier. And Carpentier is pinch hit for by Will Baker. Makes you wonder. You look back to the top half of the inning, an error on Carpentier at first base on what would have been an inning-ending double play. The ball spit out of his glove and led to 2 more Mariner runs. First pitch swinging, ground ball up the middle, backhanded by Inouye, a jumping throw across the dime, and he got him.
Silky Shinny.
Inouye continues to impress defensively. The Mariners continue to dominate. A web gem to end the 7th. The Mariners up by 5 on the Harwich Radio Network.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
If you need to dig, lift, move, grade, clear, or cut, pump, weld, clean, light, and just about anything else, dial up the rental source for the newest and the most reliable equipment in New England. Staffed with equipment and construction experts, Milton Rents. your local source.
There hasn't been a ton of training when it comes to bat speed or products for players to be able to train bat speed. You can improve your bat speed and reach your goals working 10 to 15 minutes a day on this a couple of times a week. That's a no-brainer for every player.
Top of the 8th inning here at Red Wilson Field in Yarmouth, Dennis. 2, 3, and 4 due up for the Mariners. They're up 6-1 on the best team for record in the Cape Cod Baseball League. Harwich doing what they do best, shutting down the opposing offense, the lowest team earned run average in the Cape. It's just been a combination of 2 on the pitcher's mound for Steve Engler tonight. The starter Dressler went 5 innings, 3 hits, 1 run. Rodriguez back-to-back scoreless frames. Bristol Carter, Maddox Maloney, and Aiden Robbins, the 3 that will hit first in the top of the 8th. The Mariners tacked on 3 runs in the top of the 7th. It was a 3-1 game heading into the final 3 frames. But now it seems like Harwich has separated themselves.
Pulling away when they need to, latter stages of the game. And we talked about this was a team that couldn't really have a good start to a game, but would rally back, right? You talked about the Miracle Mariners, but they are now really starting to become a full 9-inning team.
Mm-hmm. And there's no doubt, if they can hold on tonight, and what we just saw defensively, the offense in the 7th, how about that inning-ending play from Shintaro Inoue? A jumping throw to the left of the second base bag, and that's as good as it gets. And that's a guy coming off the bench tonight, so everybody contributing. First pitch to Carter, he shows bunt, pulls it away. The fastball was outside.
And that's the thing, when you talk about the chemistry from these guys. And as soon as Inoue made that fantastic play, everybody came over and was giving him high fives, pushing them.
1-0 pitch to Carter. Bunt is down, right back at the pitcher. Carter busting it up the line. Fries, the pitcher, slipped, dropped the ball, and Bristol has a leadoff bunt hit in the 8th.
That's what you practice. We saw him lay a couple of bunts down in BP before this game. And literally, just like his repetitions or reps, you could say, struggling with that word, in his BP, just like that, he does it in a game.
This is the 6th pitcher of the night for YD.
Yeah.
The Mariners are giving Red Sox skipper Scott Pickler all kinds of issues tonight. He's on his 6th arm, and 4 of them have not gone a full inning. The new pitcher is Drake Fries. Already given up the bunt hit to Carter. Now he's dealing with Maloney. First pitch, a fastball away. Carter takes off for second. 1 hop on the throw. He's in there safely. Bristol adds to his team high and steals another bag.
I mean, by the time that throw was made, Carter was already a few inches from second.
That's his 12th stolen bag of the year. He's coming for that number 1 spot in the Cape. That's currently Josiah Ragsdale of Brewster with 15. Carter a huge lead off second base right now. Dancing around, throw back to second. It's thrown into the outfield. Carter off for third. And Bristol just wreaking havoc on the bases right now. He stole second, he forced the throw over to second, and now he's at third base with nobody out in the top of the 8th.
That's what he does. He does it so well. He gets in the corner of these pitchers' eyes, and he starts shimmying back and forth. Which way am I going to go? And he gets in their head.
And he dares them. He
right.
dared him to throw over.
We saw it yesterday when they threw back to first.
He
Carter was on third. He came home.
1-0 pitch to Maloney. Another fastball away. 2 balls and no strikes. So the leadoff bunt hit wasn't enough for Carter. Then he parlayed that with the stolen base and paired that by taking third. 2-0 the count to Maloney. Freeze is freaking out on the pitcher's mound. The pitch. Fly ball deep right center field. Going back is Tarnish at the wall, and he makes the play 3 feet in front of the fence. That's a sacrifice fly, RBI. Maloney gets the job done. The Mariners lead by 6 in the 8th.
Oh, my gosh. That thing had some carry to it. The outfield wall not too far out here at Red Wilson Field. Tarnish was back. It was a nice hit ball from Maloney. You tack on another run.
That one was just feet away from clearing the right field fence. But when you're up by 5, you'll take a 6th run. More insurance in the 8th. First pitch, a strike to Aiden Robbins on the inside corner, 0-1.
And they don't let off the gas.
Never.
You can't. And that's what Englert preaches.
0-1 the count to Robbins. Nobody on, 1 down. Swing and a miss. Robbins behind 0-2.
To put it into perspective, how good this YD team is. First in the East, they're 3 points ahead of Harwich, who sits second. They're 6-3-1 in their last 10. 7-0-2 at home. They have not lost a game here at Red Wilson Field this summer.
Well, the Mariners lead by 6 in the 8th. 0-2 to Robbins, got him on strikes. Robbins swung and missed at a fastball away. That's the second out of the inning. There's nobody on, but 1 already in. With 2 down, D. Kennedy will step in for his 5th at-bat tonight. And the unique part about having a lead as the road team at Red Wilson Field is you put the opposing defense on the clock. The sun is setting. YD is trailing. First pitch to Kennedy, up and in, ball 1. So as they try to continue to work quicker and get back in the batter's box, trailing by a large deficit now, everything just favoring the Mariners. 1-0 to Kennedy. Up and in, 2-0. Seven to 1 the score, 2 outs, nobody on, top of the 8th. Kennedy v. Drake Fries. Fries trying to find the zone behind 2-0. Kicks and fires, swing and a miss, 2-1. The Mariners and the rest of the Cape League will have a day off tomorrow. This is the 6th consecutive game that every team has played. 2-1 pitch, low and away, 3-1. A gauntlet in the schedule ending on 4th of July weekend, Sunday night here in YD. And guess what? The Mariners did not lose a game if they can hold on tonight.
It's crazy.
3-1 pitch. Outside, ball 4. Kennedy takes first base, a 2-out base runner for Tanner Marsh.
It's the 8th walk of the day given up by a YD pitcher. That's not even counting the hit by pitches. But the free bags the Mariners take advantage of because they can steal bases. They can get in the pitchers' heads thinking that they're going to go. Right, we saw that with Carter. Throwing the ball away, that advanced Carter from second to third. He eventually scored.
7-1 the score, 1 on, 2 out. The batter Marsh. First pitch outside, 1-0. Marsh digs back in for the righty-righty matchup. Marsh had an RBI single his last time up in the 7th. One-0. Right down the middle, 1-1.
Beautiful evening. I mean, this is perfect. Got a little bit of a breeze going on.
It's a great ballpark.
With the sun setting, I mean, this is beautiful.
YD, a close town to Harwich. Gino, our drive, no more than 15 minutes over here.
No, yeah.
What are you thinking? Off day tomorrow. What are you going to do? Your folks were in town this weekend. They've now hit the road. We wish them safe travels on their drive home.
They're listening. They always tune into our broadcasts.
1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Marsh behind 1-2. Drake Fries looking to get out of the 8th. The Mariners already 1 in, 1 on, 2 down. 7-1 the count.
Tomorrow, I'm not sure.
I'm thinking beach day.
Beach day.
2-strike pitch. Near Marsh's head. The off-speed pitch just got away from Freeze. So 2-2. The approach is still the same for the Mariners. Still focused in the batter's box, not giving away pitches. 2-strike pitch. Swing and a miss. The high heat got Marsh. That's his third strikeout of the game, but the Mariners lead 7-1. We head to the bottom of the 8th on the Mariners Radio Network.
When you need to dig, lift, move, cut, or just about anything else, then dial up the rental source staffed with equipment and construction experts. They'll help you get the right machine for the job and make sure it's delivered when and where you need it. With locations across New England and the newest and most reliable inventory, Milton Rents is your local source.
You can make any bat feel lighter by adding a velo puck knob. Instead of having to go get a whole entirely new bat, you can simply add the puck to it. Players can use this with any bat. It's basically going to shift the weight of the bat a little bit more towards the hands. Players are able to hit the ball a lot harder just by simply adding the puck on.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible.
Hey Mariners fans, whether you're at White House Field or cheering from home, gear up with some official Harwich Mariners merchandise. Order online or visit our booth behind home plate. See you soon, and roll Ners.
A commanding 7-1 lead. The Harwich Mariners are up 6 on the YD Red Sox, two of the best teams in the Cape, and the Mariners have brought their A game on the road to Red Wilson Field. We welcome you into the Mariners Radio Network alongside Gino Antamarino. I'm Luke Brenneman. The Mariners go to a new reliever for the bottom of the 8th. It's Tazwell Butler. Gino, it's hard to not scoreboard watch as Harwich continues to win games. They're up 6 right now on YD, but haven't lost in their last 6 games. 2 ties in there, so truly a 4-game winning streak. But what are some other scores around the league right now?
Well, let's pull those up. Got a busy one today on the Cape. Hyannis and Brewster, Whitecaps getting back on track after getting obliterated by Katuitt yesterday. They're up 8-4 against Hyannis, a team that is among the top in the West. That's in the bottom of the 7th. Heading to Wareham, the Gatemen are up over the Kettleers, 9-3 in the bottom of the 5th. They've got the Orleans and Bourne game. Firebirds are up 3-2 over the Bravos in the bottom of the 3rd. And then Chatham is down to Falmouth in the top of the 2nd, 2-1. That Falmouth team, man, they're really starting to put it together.
Jack Bell, the batter. First pitch at the bottom of the 8th. A swinging foul back 0-1.
We saw Falmouth early in the season, right? 3rd game of the summer. You can tell they were still trying to figure things out, as every team is, but the Mariners obliterated them, 6-0. Second game, Falmouth beat the Mariners.
0-1 pitch. Fly ball, left field foul.
That was a game where the Commodores were really putting the bats on balls. A lot of offense in that game.
And the Mariners will play Falmouth on Tuesday at White House Field.
It's right after the off day tomorrow. Game will be at 6:30.
2-strike pitch to Bell. Got him looking down the middle. Just a buckling, breaking ball from Butler. 1 up, 1 down in the 8th.
How about the pitching staff from the Mariners continuing to shine? Troy Dressler started things off, went 5 innings, gave up just 3 hits, 1 earned run, no walks, 2 strikeouts. You follow that up with Christian Rodriguez, who went 2 innings, gave up just 1 hit, no earned runs, no walks, and 2 strikeouts. And here's Taz Butler.
1 down, the lineup flips over with nobody on in the 8th. Here's the leadoff man, Cody Miller. First pitch swinging, a liner into center, down for a hit. The Red Sox hope to get something going, trailing 7-1 in the bottom of the 8th. This is the part of the order that could get something going. Nolan Traeger, the designated hitter, he's 0 for 2 tonight. Will dig in from the left side.
Miller, that's his 2nd hit of the day. Also a stolen bag today, so Butler got to be checking over at him.
Miller had that hit in the 3rd, stole a base, and eventually scored the lone run so far for YD. First pitch to Traeger. On the outside corner, strike 1. Runner at first, 1 out. The Mariners up 6. Just cruising, as calm as they come. The Mariners have not blinked in the month of July. 0-1, throw over to first. Not in time. Miller's back in safely. That'll be something to keep up with. They can hold on tonight. Be 6 days into July without a loss, Gino. 0-1. Right down the middle, strike 2 looking. Traeger behind, no balls and 2 strikes.
I'm sure none of those guys are focused on that. They're trying to get out of this game, but yeah, I mean, the Mariners have looked really sharp throughout this long stretch of games.
0-2 offering. Just caught a piece foul. Traeger still behind, 0-2. Runner on first, Miller. He has plus speed. On deck, Chris Hakopian. The duo of Hakopian and A.J. Soldra, that's the 3rd and 4th hitters in the YD lineup. They're a combined 2 for 6 tonight. YD just has 5 hits. And if you really look at a lot of YD's results of their games the course of this summer, it's the combination of the man at first, Cody Miller, with Hakopian and Soldra. If those guys are performing and driving in runs, that's who make the Red Sox go. Mariners just given up 2 singles to those guys tonight. 2-strike pitch, high fastball fouled away. A Harwich pitcher is yet to sacrifice an extra base hit tonight. And it all starts with strikes. The strikeout numbers, they don't blow you away. Only 5 as a team so far. The consistency of attacking hitters and forcing the Red Sox to beat you by putting the ball in play has been the trick. 0-2. Swing and a miss. Got him on the off speed in the dirt. Drop 3rd strike, but Traeger just concedes it and walks to the dugout. 2 down in the 8th.
2 strikeouts from Butler. That's what he does.
Just got to go back to Troy Dressler's start, though. He set the tone of this ball game. And
100%.
the energy was high here at Red Wilson Field. Still a packed house, but was just buzzing with energy and a ton of fans. And just simply nothing to cheer about. He went 5 innings of 3-hit, 1-run baseball. And the Mariners took it from there. He was done in the 5th. Harwich scored 2 in the 6th, 3 in the 7th, and 1 in the 8th. First pitch to Hakopian, a swinging strike 1.
Who's Troy? You mean Yort?
Yort Dressler. His new nickname. We might have to call him that.
But new on the broadcast.
New on the broadcast. We might have to call him that, and he'll look at us like we have 3 heads.
Oh, he would think that we are like some
Stalkers.
spies. Yeah,
that might not be our best bet. 0-1 pitch. Popped up foul right over our heads down the first base line.
No, we have to. We have to.
Well, we got to interview him after the game tonight.
Yeah, we got to talk to him. We'll go up. We'll say,
we'll talk to
hey,
Steve,
how's it going,
too.
Yort?
Coach Engler.
Yeah.
Well, you're going to say that to him, right? You got Dressler?
I can do that, yeah.
I'm just messing with you. Whatever you want, Gino. 1 on, 2 out. The Mariners up 7-1. 0-2 they count to Hakopian. Butler set from the belt. Deep breath, kicks and fires. The runner goes, pitch in the dirt low, throw to second on 1 hop, not in time. Cody Miller swipes second base, and a runner in scoring position for the Red Sox.
Nice pick from Inouye there. He has been really sharp. Didn't start at second today, but man, he has been smooth over there. as we expected. You don't get the nickname Silky Shinny by us if you're not
Silky.
what we say. Right.
2-strike pitch. Check swing. Did he go? No appeal. Now here's the appeal. Hakopian did not go. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Hakopian just trying to get on and start something for the Sox, trailing by 6 in the 8th. Butler set from the stretch. 2-2. Foul tipped right off Conti's face mask. He gets a new ball from home plate umpire Robert Melms, and we'll see another 2-2. Looking ahead, the off day tomorrow, we talked about Falmouth. That's going to be a good matchup because Falmouth has the most home runs in the league, and they have a ton of offensive firepower.
Yeah, I think they really hit a turning point when they last played the Mariners.
And that's a team who's managed by Jared Saltalamacchia, his first year as a Cape League manager. Just trying to get his footing underneath him, and he has a power hitting lineup. 2-2. Check swing. He caught a piece of it and pretty much just bunted it foul. However, he didn't attempt to bunt it. It was a swinging bunt from Hakopian. So he stays alive, and we'll see a 7th pitch of this at-bat. The Mariners looking to get out of the 8th scoreless. Another 2-2. Bouncing ball to third. Kennedy fields it, throws to first. A laser on time, and that's out number 3. The 5th consecutive scoreless frame. The Mariners are dominating at Red Wilson Field. 7-1 through 8. Gino will have you in the 9th inning on the Mariners Radio Network.
When you need to dig, lift, move, cut, or just about anything else, then dial up the Rental Source staffed with equipment and construction experts. They'll help you get the right machine for the job and make sure it's delivered when and where you need it. With locations across New England and the newest and most reliable inventory, Milton Rents is your local source.
You can make any bat feel lighter by adding a velo puck knob. Instead of having to go get a whole entirely new bat, you can simply add the puck to it. Players can use this with any bat. It's basically going to shift the weight of the bat a little bit more towards the hands. Players are able to hit the ball a lot harder just by simply adding the puck on.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that support...
Welcome back to Red Wilson Field. Top of the 9th. Mariners in control, up 7-1 over the Red Sox. New man on the mound. It is Chris Downs, who's standing on the mound. 6'7". The lefty comes home to the righty, Matt Conti. Strike on the inside.
You know, we talked about everybody contributing right now for Harwich and how that's been the catalyst of this winning streak. But even the guys coming in off the bench unexpected tonight have delivered.
The 0-1. Fouled straight back. Just a reminder, this broadcast is a copyrighted production of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Any unauthorized duplication, retransmission, or other use is strictly prohibited. 7th pitcher of the day for YD. It's Chris Downs with an 0-2. Misses low and outside. But that just goes to show the power of the pitching battle. Right, the Mariners have gone through just 3 pitchers today, and that has allowed them, with that command on the mound, has translated to everywhere else. As the 1-2 called strike 3. First strikeout on the first batter faced for Downs, and there's one away in the top of the 9th. Drake Fries was the last pitcher for YD. He went just 1 inning, gave up a hit, a run, no earned runs, a walk, and 2 strikeouts. Here is Kyle Wolf from the right side.
This is the 7th pitcher for the Red Sox. The Mariners are just breaking teams down at this point.
Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Downs in his 2nd appearance on the mound this summer out of Cal Poly. 4.50 ERA through 2 innings. He's given up a hit, an earned run, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts. The 0-1. Fastball in there for strike 2. Wolf has reached twice. Once off of a hit by pitch, the other off of an error from the pitcher. 2 runs scored from Wolf, as well as 2 flyouts. He's quickly down 0-2 in this at-bat. The pitch. Hard ground ball, ricochets off third base and gets into the outfield. Wolf rounds past first. Soldra whips it towards the second baseman. Wolf has to turn around, and he gets back to first standing. Wolf's got some power, but I think he overestimated his speed there. Decided to turn back around and play it safe. So with 1 out, there's a base runner. First hit of the day for Wolfie. And here comes Jake Coonan in the 9 spot from the right side.
Well, whether you're fast or not, A.J. Soldra in left has a cannon. So definitely not the guy you want to try and take the extra base on. Smart by the BC guy, Wolf.
First pitch to Coonan, swing and a miss, strike 1.
That's what they say about those Boston College guys, right? They're smart.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
That's not what they say about those Syracuse guys, is it?
It's always, oh, man, it's always about Syracuse with you, Luke. But you're absolutely right. That's why we have the best journalism school in the country. Hello, 0-1. Just misses inside the waist. 1 ball, 1 strike. Coonan today has gotten 1 hit. That was a double in his last at-bat. It was an RBI double. Also a stolen base. 1-1, swing and a miss. Other than that, it's been a strikeout and 2 flyouts for Coonan today. Here is the 1-2. Skips in the dirt, knocked down by Wright. Skipped a few feet ahead of the dish. But a nice job from Wright to get behind it. Wolf still on first with 1 out in the top of the 9th. 2-2 the count to Coonan. Downs deals. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 strikeouts for Downs with a base runner in Wolf. As the order turns over, Shintaro Inoue set to bat from the left side. He came in as a pinch hitter in the 6th. Replaced Trey Broussard, who went 0 for 3 on the day. Inoue has walked and struck out. With 2 outs, Wolf on first, the first offering to Inoue. Misses high. Inoue had a beautiful defensive play earlier in the game. It was a hard hit ground ball. Up the middle, he was there on Will Baker's hit, the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. And what made it so impressive, in a way, as his body was carrying him to left field, jumped and hucked it
Just
to
whipped
first in time for the 1-1. In the dirt, Wolf takes off for second. The throw down gets him. Wolf thought he had the speed that time again, but Wright throwing him out. But the Mariners still in the driver's seat, looking to hang on as we head into what could be the last half inning of the game. 7-1 Mariners up over the Red Sox. We'll be back on the Mariners Radio Network.
When you need to dig, lift, move, cut, or just about anything else, then dial up the Rental Source staffed with equipment and construction experts. They'll help you get the right machine for the job and make sure it's delivered when and where you need it. With locations across New England and the newest and most reliable inventory, Milton Rents is your local source.
You can make any bat feel lighter by adding a velo puck knob. Instead of having to go get a whole entirely new bat, you can simply add the puck to it. Players can use this with any bat. It's basically going to shift the weight of the bat a little bit more towards the hands. Players are able to hit the ball a lot harder just by simply adding the puck on.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible.
What a game it has been. Well, if you're a Mariner fan, heading into the bottom of the ninth, Harwich up 7-1 over the first team in the East in the YD Red Sox. Mariners sitting 3 points behind in the standings, currently second. Mariners trying to close out this game with Tazewell Butler on the mound in his second inning of work. He faces off against 4, 5, 6 in the Red Sox order. AJ Soldra, the left fielder, with Will Gasparino on deck, the center fielder, and Jace Tarnish in the hole, the right fielder. Righty on lefty matchup. The pitch comes home. Fouled straight back. But an all-around great performance from the Mariners. Had 10 runs against Brewster a couple days ago. 6 runs yesterday against Chatham. They've got 7 today. Pitch outside. So a lot of offense for the Mariners. But away from the field, we got to try a donut burger.
What a night.
Here at Red Wilson. A jelly-filled mess. 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1-2 is the count for Soldra. Butler trying to put him away for his third strikeout of the evening. Butler readies the glove at the belt. Deals home. High and away. Evens the count up at 2 apiece.
Stay tuned with the Harwich Mariners social media pages. We will have post-game interviews posted shortly.
You can also check out the Instagram story on the Harwich Mariners. Got a picture of us eating the donut burger. 2-2. Bounced softly, and they said it's foul. Robert Melms behind home plate said it hit off of Soldra's ankle as he shakes it off. So 2-2 the count, still no outs, bottom of the ninth. But let us know what you thought about the donut burger by the looks of it. We thought the looks were a little underwhelming.
Might take a few to go.
A lot of brown, right? Because you got the brown donut, you got the brown ground beef, the burger patty. But
sure,
it tasted pretty good.
I liked it.
The 2-2. Down low, 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Our producer, Dave Roberts, loved it. I mean, I haven't seen him be on his A game
He
like this
keeps coming
in a
over and
long
saying,
time.
I didn't want to waste it. I didn't want to waste it. Yeah, right.
Yeah, and I didn't want to waste that piece of pizza that I bought in the first inning.
Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Butler says, see you later to Soldra, like Dave Roberts said, see you later to that donut burger. I'm just messing with
I think
you,
everybody
Dave.
needs the day off tomorrow.
Now getting into the grind of the summer, Steve Engler talked about.
The Mariners wish they could just keep playing.
That's that grind mentality. You have to be ready. Got to be ready to go. A pinch hitter for YD. Here is Braden Dowd from the left side. First pitch, skips in the dirt. Ball 1. Dowd spent this past year at USC. Was teammates with his YD teammate, Dean Carpentier. Rising junior gets set for the 1-0. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Taz Butler is quietly proving to be a high-volume strikeout guy in the back end of this Mariners bullpen.
The Tasmanian Devil comes home with the 1-1. Fouled straight back. So Dowd pinch hits for Will Gasparino, who went 0 for 3 on the day with a strikeout. Dowd, though, has struggled offensively, batting a 1.90 through 16 games. He's got 2 extra base hits, though, on the summer, a triple and a home run. Currently down 1-2 in this at-bat. Butler deals. Low. But one of the reasons I could imagine Scott Pickler going to him at this point is if he can get on, he can cause some damage. He's got 5 stolen bases, which leads YD. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Off the low heat. Dowd is retired. That's 4 strikeouts for Taz Butler. Working through this YD lineup like clockwork.
He's seen 6 batters and struck out 4 of them.
Here is Tarnish from the right side. 1 for 3 today. First pitch, up high, ball 1. Just to remind the listeners, this is a game, this is a team in YD that is 7-0-2 at home this summer. Has not lost a game. The 1-0, up high again. YD first in the East, I talked about that. 3 points ahead of Harwich. In their last 10 games, 6-3-1. Harwich 4-3-3 in their last 10. The 2-0. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Mariners on the road this summer. They've got 5 wins in 8 games.
If they can get this last out of the 9th inning scoreless, 23-4, outscoring opponents in their last 3 games.
The 2-1 to Tarnish. Wave and a whiff. And these guys are really trying to make contact. That was a heavy swing from Tarnish. You're just trying to get anything to go. But Butler is just making them look foolish. 2-2 the count with 2 outs. Trying to give YD its first blemish of the summer at home. The pitch. This one's popped up foul. Right field side, out of play. So we'll do it again with a 2-2 count to the YD right fielder. The Mariners, 4 wins, 2 ties in their last 6. The 2-2 to Tarnish. Skips in the dirt. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. bottom of the ninth. Mariners up 7-1. Here from Red Wilson Field. The first time the Mariners have come to Red Wilson Field this summer. They made a scrimmage game to start the year. Payoff pitch. High and inside for ball 4. So a walk to Tarnish with 2 outs. And another pinch hitter for YD. It's Chase Brunson, the rising junior from TCU, teammates with his fellow Red Sox teammate Jack Bell.
TCU Horned Frogs, they have a good baseball program.
They certainly do, and he was one of their top guys this past year. His first pitch, fastball, hits the upper edge for strike 1. Had a 43-game on-base streak that carried into late April. Hit .333 over that stretch. Some nice hitting. That's why they turned to him with 2 outs and a base runner. Down by 6. The pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2.
TCU's got a big week ahead of them. They have a guy in the final 16 of Wimbledon, Cam Norrie. That'll be wrapping up at the end of this week. The biggest tennis tournament, arguably, in the world. The U.S. Open will come up at the end of the summer.
Butler readies the glove at the belt. 0-2 the count. Runner goes. The pitch, swing, and it's just foul tipped. Oh my goodness. I mean, that was just tipped. It hit off of Conti's glove and ricocheted out. So we'll do it again. Tarnish returns back to first after he took off for second there. 0-2 the count with 2 outs. Taz Butler licks his right hand, looks back at first, trying to record his 5th strikeout of the night and give YD its first loss at home this summer. The 0-2, runner goes. Misses inside for ball 1. Tarnish is safe at second. Steve Englert from his Mariner dugout yelling out to his closer Butler to finish things off. Butler takes a deep breath, stares down. The pitch, a hard ground ball to third. Kennedy charges, throws to first. There it is for out number 3. That will do it here from Red Wilson Field. The Mariners take down the first place team in the East, the YD Red Sox, 7-1. The Mariners have not lost a game in their last 7, and they give the Red Sox their first blemish at home this summer. What a game for the Mariners. What a week for the Mariners. The bats are hot, and their defense continues to look stellar.
I'm going to say it, Gino. I was waiting the whole time. This is the best team in the Cape Cod Baseball League right now. It's just the first week of July. Nothing necessarily matters just yet, but it's nice to know it, and you knocked off the top dog coming into tonight on their home field in a packed crowd. 4th of July weekend. They hadn't lost at this ballpark this summer. 7-1. That's not just a win. That's domination.
That is a statement from the Mariners. They didn't trail at any point this game, scored the first run of the day, courtesy of Bristol Carter, who scored a lone homer. And from there, it was just pretty much all Mariner baseball. They scored 2 in the 6th, 3 in the 7th, and then 1 in the 8th to close things out. The Mariners took advantage of some pitching lapses, some defensive errors from the Red Sox. Also tacked on 9 hits on the day. YD with just 5. So the offense continues to get hotter. The defense continues to stay hot. And the Mariners now 10 wins on the summer, 10-6-3, 1 point behind YD, who sits first in the East still, as the Red Sox now 11-6-2. From Red Wilson Field, saying so long from our producer Dave Roberts, my partner Luke Brenneman, I'm Gino Antamarino saying so long, have a good night, have a nice off day tomorrow. We will be back with game time at home against Falmouth. If you're not there, tune in on Cape League TV. We'll be back tomorrow, or